wanted to maintain this status while also increasing the level of fun and variety of play. Back in 2015, we launched the first Saren Revisited in Update 17.10.
You're a little crackly. Understandable.
I can unplug after I read.
Mm-hmm.
Where she received an ability overhaul focused primarily on ability synergy off the heels of a bulk of Warframe changes released earlier this year. We felt it was time we addressed Saren's current state. The following bullet points are cornerstones to her 2.0 form and list of what we intend to tackle from over 2 years worth of observation since her first revision. Tackling perplexing synergies. Perplexing indeed. We felt Saren's synergy as it stands follows a more forced than natural flow. We often found players confused as to why some things worked as they did, often leading to a guessing game of bug or feature. A new player having just acquired Saren may not be fully aware of Spore's interaction between Molt, Toxic Lash, and Miasma. And as an added layer, the interactions of those abilities with one another. Essentially, with Saren, you are given all the ingredients to mix up a cocktail without really knowing if the ingredients are meant to mix in the first place. In 2.0, we aim to take the guessing out of the what does what with what to make X happen and ultimately make her more sensible and intuitive to play. Tackling underused abilities. There is definitely something very satisfying about seeing damage numbers confetti off in the distance as your spores chew through enemies or chunk through health with miasma. But what of Toxic Lash and Molt? We read your feedback and agree they don't meet the standards of our other abilities. A melee-only ability on a non-melee focused Warframe felt misplaced, and a decoy that doesn't scale simply can't hold up against high-level enemies. So we took a closer look to see how they could play a bigger part overall. What came of this Toxic Lash working on all weapons with an added bonus for melee, while Molt saw improved scaling and an added speed escape bonus on not cash, on cast. Full detailed on the changes are listed in the ability changes section.
I can agree with that with the Molt. You use Molt with like level 100s and higher, it's just instant destroyed at one shot. It's like, well, what the hell's the point?
Mm-hmm. Tackling the Spores turret. Shedding Molt and decorating it with spores is fairly commonplace Saren gameplay. We've noticed that this quick 1 to 2 steps tends to result in a set it and forget it way of playing. We want players to feel more involved in Saren's poisonous grip over the enemy, while giving spores and Molt more utility on their own. The first step was removing the synergy to cast spores on Molt. Distancing the two abilities gave us the start we needed to give them their own unique and self-sufficient design. Now they perform independently of one another, giving Saren more options in combat. Ability changes. Now for the nitty gritty. The following details Saren's abilities in their 2.0 visited form. Increase Saren's armor from 175 to 225 at rank 30.
Thank God.
Increase Saren Prize's armor from 225 to 300.
Okay. Good bonus. Good bonus. It's a 50-point bonus on the normal and 75 on the prime.
Spores now have infinite duration and escalating damage.
Yeah,
what does that mean? Essentially, spore duration is determined by the enemies affected. As long as enemies are dying to spores, they'll spread. As an added bonus, the longer your spores deal damage, the more your damage output will grow.
So the damage it does is going to continuously go up as it spreads. But if there's no more enemies, then your damage will be reset back to whatever its base is.
Developer note, we really want to emphasize that this is experimental. With spores, we're trying a couple new things that have never been done. So we've entered new territory that is both exciting and scary. Infinite duration and infinite escalating damage. Both of these have been interesting and fun results under normal test play and conditions, but we're still testing and looking for edge situations that might require us to go back to the drawing board. Spores change from viral to corrosive damage, which repurpose it.
Oh.
Yeah.
No, viral is the whole point.
Which repurposes it as a great tool to strip armor from enemies.
There's also already so many ways to strip armor, though.
I know. Increased status chance from 10% to 50%, also scaling to power strength. When an enemy affected by spores dies, they spread to surrounding enemies. This makes it easier to keep the spores active. Developer note, we are particularly apprehensive about spores behaving this way since we paired it with an already experimental mechanic. It is the most likely portion of the rework to be highly considered before launch. Recasting spores will detonate all active spores and deal 2 times the damage on an infected enemy based on the number of active spores and their current
So
damage.
you activate it and then it becomes essentially spread it to enough and then let it stock up a bit, and it's basically just a big ass nuke. Okay.
A meter showing damage per tick and the number of affected enemies will be available in the UI to keep tabs on active spores. Venom dose augment change. Spores cast on allies temporarily grant them additional corrosive. It was toxin damage to all attacks. Spores optimization. Under certain circumstances, spores have been known to cause frame rate issues in its current state. With the spreading nature of spores in the rework, we've decreased the CPU burden, which has been a noticeable change to the ability's overall performance when active. There's still room for improvement, but we're happy with the results so far. Molt. Molt has classically been a great tool of deception and distraction, especially when in a bind and a need for a quick escape to reposition. We wanted to retain this utility but improve on it so that it has been offered more reliable and robust cover options. After casting, Saren receives a movementary speed boost for a short duration. Molt will now scale similar to Rhino's Iron Skin. All the initial damage it takes in the first few seconds will make it stronger. Any damage it receives after that point will target the absorbed health. Damage absorbed will now show in a buff indicator in the UI. Once it reaches 0, Molt explodes, dealing toxin damage to nearby enemies. Improved FX changes to make her Molt cast more pronounced. Her regenerative Molt augment remains the same.
So Molt is now going to have a new visual effect when cast, and once you cast it, the first couple seconds that it gets hit, it's basically going to absorb that damage into health so that the Molt lasts longer. So basically, the higher level the enemy is, the more damage it's going to do to the Molt, effectively increasing the Molt's health. So that on its own should, at the bare minimum, allow the Molt to survive for a few seconds. If you're using the augment, probably get maybe 2 ticks out of it. Of course, then it's all a question about whether or not any duration mods will affect that as well.
I just need a cough drop. Because my throat is dying.
I just scrolled down and Saren's gonna have an audio rework as well, apparently. That'll be interesting. Having a problem?
Yeah. I opened this before, but it just won't open, so I'm using scissors.
Keep your voice up.
That's what I'm having a problem with right now. That's why I'm getting a cough drop.
I'm saying speak louder.
That's what I'm having a problem with. You've told us that having Toxic Lash limited to melee was too restrictive and was simply not compatible with a broader variety of playstyles, so we're sharing its toxin with the lot of your arsenal. Toxic Lash's toxin damage buff and Saren's revisit is now granted to any weapon in your loadout. Primary, secondary, and melee. In maintaining its roots, the damage buff on melee weapons is doubled. With Toxic Lash active, your weapons will trigger toxin status effect on any damage distance. Increase the duration from 30 seconds to 45. We've maintained Toxic Lash's ability to spread spores to nearby enemies by dealing damage while active. With the new spreading nature of spores, survivability of Molt, and the increased duration on Toxic Lash and Miasma, Saren is no longer as energy hungry as she used to be. So we've removed the 2 energy restores on Spores Burst by Toxic Lash. Contagion Cloud augment change. Kills with Toxic Lash will leave behind a toxin cloud. As an added bonus, melee kills double the damage dealt by the cloud.
Okay. Don't know how effective that's actually going to be, but okay.
We've taken what's great about Miasma and made it better in the scope of Saren 2.0. Changed Miasma's damage type from corrosive to viral. We've swapped Miasma and Spores damage type with one another, since Spores in its 2.0 form allows for more than 1 proc per second. Miasma has a 100% guaranteed viral status effect on damage tick. Increased
Okay.
damage from 350 to 500. Increased duration from 3 to 5 seconds. Miasma inflicts double damage on target affected by spores. When recasting on the same enemy, it will refresh the tick duration and maintain the viral status effect, but will not stun enemies a second time.
Okay. So far, I don't feel like I'm really gonna change much, aside from the fact that I'm only gonna use spores once, rather than trying to use so much energy just putting a bunch of spores out on a molt.
As an added bonus, Saren is coming with a whole new set of sounds. We are giving
Thank you.
Saren a voice when she casts, which will add. One second. Okay.
Interesting.
Which will add character and make her feel more connected to the abilities as you cast them. We really amped up the poison aspect of her sounds, so she feels more deadly in combat.
Mom?
In addition, we've remastered all her sounds to have increased clarity and focus. Interesting.
Okay, so feedback. Well, Valkyrie has a voice.
Yeah, kinda.
There's no kinda. There's a human being behind it. A scream is a voice. You cannot scream without a voice.
No.
Therefore, it's a voice. Saren feedback. We're looking at, according to this person, stat increase. Good change to make her a bit more survivable. Spores sounds pretty good so far. Hopefully, it's good in the game. The question is how quick it scales up as well. Molt. Reading the changes to Molt seems quite incredible. Can't wait to see how it is in game. Toxic Glass. Changing the ability to work for all weapons is a really great change. Miasma. The damage buff to Miasma is an extremely good buff. Audio change. Won't say no to new audio. Can't wait to hear the new sounds. I'm not a Saren main, nor have I used her, but overall the new Saren rework looks quite good. Nothing really to complain here. I don't know how I feel about switching Spore and Miasma around with the damage types on initial. However, with it being corrosive, it will not deal damage. It's going to strip armor, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's going to deal damage, strip armor off of many enemies at once, which would essentially negate the need of having things like corrosive projection if it strips it quick enough.
Somebody wrote, when will the non-popular frames like Wukong and Titania, for example, be looked at as well? They're in dire need of an overview more than Saren. Don't get me wrong, I'm glad Saren's getting changes, it's just that certain frames need to be looked at more than others. I mean, they already did a Saren rework in the past, and now they're looking at her again. Yeah. It's like, I feel like they don't look at, like, Wukong.
Well, they went and looked back at her before because they wanted to change the whole, alright guys, I'm playing the game. I win.
Yeah.
I win. They wanted to try and pull frames away from that, which was the initial thing that was completely changed up her strategy. Which, of course, then people are like, oh, Saren sex, blah, blah, blah. And then they see how she's actually meant to be played now, and then they're like, oh my gosh, she's so OP and amazing.
Yeah.
And then the next person is like, rip my Saren, but I actually seem pretty fun. I'm just not so sure about the corrosive change for her spores, though, which is kind of what you got to think about. It depends on how quick it's going to be able to actually strip armor. With it being corrosive against armored units, that means it's going to do bonus damage as well. So that's going to be increased damage on top of the scaling damage. So it sounds fine. So
let's see, Ignis Wraith.
We'll just have to see how it converts in game. Alright, I just close the browser, close that, do this, do this.
Serration heavy caliber.
Yeah, I mean, it's a big flame. There's not much to say about accuracy.
I'm trying to think, like, what to put on it. Get like, the staples in there. Serration heavy caliber.
Here's my Ignis. I've already got what I want on it initially. With my zero form of that Serration split chamber heavy caliber. And then, malignant force, and high voltage, which gives me corrosive heat, so I can strip armor, which, as you saw, it actually does that fairly well.
Yeah.
But see, now I'm wondering, instead of heavy caliber, maybe like the shred would work better.
Oh yeah, prime shred.
Because we should go to the relay and test that.
Excellent armaments,
Okay.
operator.
I mean, either way, it's still going to be a V that's 16. That gets reduced to 8.
Mm-hmm. Azure, welcome to the stream. How are you? What do you call King Kong having fun in Warframe? Wukong.
So we can take a look at that and see if maybe the shred will actually work better than the heavy caliber. I mean, it could very well be the. We could very well just be able to transfer over the melee theory. More speed performs better than more damage.
Oh my god, really?
What?
I just get a notification from 20 minutes ago from Nike Mix. He says, tonight let's get scared for your tonight at 8 p.m.
Eastern?
I think so.
Well, if it's Eastern, you still have a couple hours.
Yeah.
You got like 2.5 hours. I mean, I don't know how much we can get done with that in 2.5 hours, but...
I don't know. Because we know that it's already really good without one.
Yeah, we know we can get the job done. Okay, so what do you have on yours?
I have Serration, Split Chamber, and Heavy Caliber.
Malignant Force and High Voltage.
Okay. A Malignant Force. High Voltage.
Speak up.
My voice is like breaking.
Then bite your cough drop and let the menthol go through and do what it's supposed to do. Is there any reason you shot me?
No.
Okay, so the question is, I don't know what level this is. It's either 100 or 130. Go.
Alright.
I have my thing on. It's 100. Go ahead, shoot for his head. Okay, now I'll come down. And you can watch. Excuse me. I don't know. Maybe we should try 130s.
Yeah. Go for it.
The thing is, this is 0 form, and we've only got... Well, we're missing a good chunk of mods. Make sure you're going for his head. There's the corrosive really kicking in now, as you can see. Okay. My turn! Mine definitely strips armor quicker, but I think yours kills quicker.
I don't know, we can always do it again.
Well, because the armor is all stripped, I'm doing less damage because the corrosive is no longer, getting its damage bonuses. But I mean, here you go. This is a 135 for keeping in mind for those that don't know or didn't see it. You see, like, you're stripping armor, but not too quick, whereas look at this. His armor's stripped by the time I get him to half health. He's completely stripped. I don't even know what I even got equipped right now. Oh, the deck stock. Which is, I don't even think is viral at the moment anyway. But yeah. Oh. Well, I mean, the good thing is we put a former in there, then it's interchangeable in the future. Or whatever people's preferences is. If you want to strip armor quick, or you want to kill him quicker. Because the stripping armor quick... Let's take a look at this. We'll go ahead and say, oh, we have a group of enemies here. Like, look at this. I'm keeping them both pretty contained.
Yep.
And he's stripped. He's stripped, and look, then you can just go in with whatever your team. Which I don't have any Vira on here, which kind of sucks, but... So, I mean, like, I can see that as using Shred this way as being just a massive armor stripping tool.
Right.
If they want to use it that way. Also, we can take yours here.
Okay.
And, you know, because people can be so uppity. And go on. Show them against pathetic bombards. Good job. That's a rocket. And the corrosive kick starts kicking in. You get like unlucky on the corrosive. Oh, well, you actually stripped his armor. That's interesting. Okay, so you're actually able to strip armor on that. On a bombard by then.
Yep.
Okay, so let's take a look at how quick it strips for me now. On the shred side. Because you had, what, like a quarter of his health left or something like that?
Yep. It was like past the halfway point.
Oh, I didn't even reload the first time. Whoops. Whereas with Shred, I was able to kill him much quicker. Because I can do corrosive. Well, I get more corrosive in at a quicker time than you do.
Yep. You didn't strip his armor though that time.
No, because I stripped so much armor, I was able to just kill him off straight out before it was fully stripped. So you can see that comes down to it, one or the other.
Mhm.
So that's your heavy caliber, right? Versus the prime shred.
Right.
So that's going to come down to personal preference. They each have their own uses. It's just going to be up to you. What?
I could put one forma in.
Oh, come with me before you do that.
Okay.
Yeah, just... Alright, let's go. You and me both. Go for his head. Down to gangbang combo. He's already long stripped.
Damn.
So, personal preference whether you guys want to use Shred or the heavy caliber for this instance. And she keeps spinning around. Either way, I think I'm going to start with my V for the prime shred / heavy caliber, just because that is the most. We're going to get the most out of that, being 8 capacity given back at the start. So actions, polarize, put a nice big old V in there for... Yeah.
What's nice is, like you said, it's interchangeable. So
Yeah, and they're the exact same capacity, so it'll make legitimately 0 difference. Which one you prefer. You won't need any more or less forma, or you won't need to put an extra forma in just so you have the option to interchange them.
yeah. So I put a V in for my split chamber.
Well, you're gonna have to do it for the split chamber serration and the heavy caliber.
Yeah.
/ prime shred.
For right now, though, my split chamber is the most at 15. My heavy caliber is 14.
For now,
so,
but your heavy caliber should be maxed out anyway. You should have a maxed out one, and then like
I
a
don't.
half rank. Well, you should have two. One that's like half rank, one max.
I have one that's almost max, and then I have one that's at 2.
That two is very low. That two should probably be a little higher, but
yeah.
that way you can have
Johnny.
the option between halfway and all the way. What's up, Johnny? How you doing? We just did a little comparison between heavy caliber and prime shred. Put the forma in, and we're ready to get started. Leave some more chrome. Okay. What? You ready?
I wanna be my pink Nova.
Okay, I don't know why you couldn't just do that on your ship.
I probably should, because it's not really updating that
exactly.
I changed my color.
You ready?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know why you left the squad. That was rude of you.
Yeah, the Ignis Wraith is nice.
Well, the Ignis Wraith is something I've been wanting to do for a while before the beam buffs even happened. And I even bought a catalyst for my stuff and put it in, and then it just never got around to actually doing it. Okay.
Well, I don't think we're gonna be putting that much forma.
What?
5 to 6 forma. I don't think that we're gonna...
I don't think we're gonna need that much. I mean, we can already kill enemies that are like 130 in pretty quick enough time as it is. But the only way to find out is first to actually put some stuff in.
Yeah.
And I'm actually gonna change this to this one. So let's just take a look at some of these mods. Combustion beam. I think that was like a popular one on the Ignis, at least way back when.
Back in the day.
I haven't seen an Ignis build in a long time. So how relevant that still is for people these days, I don't know. I thought there was one that increased the range or the spread or something of it.
Azure, you don't know what forma is? You must not have played Warframe for very long.
Well, it all depends on how you want to go about your weapons as well.
Yeah.
Because, like, we can strip... Like, you just saw that we stripped, we can strip the armor off of an enemy almost instantly off that... Well, not the bomb bar, but we stripped it so quick, the bomb bar just went... Whoop, and instant killed off. And on the heavy gunner, I could, like, strip him off extremely quick. So, really, it comes down to what you want to use it with. And there's just so many weapons that can go through armor that it's almost like, is corrosive worth it at the point? And if we're talking like 90% element, no, you wouldn't be talking about 90% elements because you're talking like 100% status.
Azure, I'm gonna teach you what a
forma is.
Forma is, yeah. So Azure, you can do what is called formatting weapons or warframes, and when you put a forma into a weapon or a warframe, so like, see how there's little symbols next to each of these mods?
They're called polarities.
If you they're polarities. So if I put in a polarity and I put in a matching mod, so let's say like there was a little check mark, as I want to call it, a little check mark here.
Right.
And then I matched the mod to the slot. It would take up half the capacity because
and turn green.
It's a matching polarity.
Right, and if half is, say you have like, oh, this takes 9 capacity, half would be 4.5, then it's going to lower it to 5.
But
so it will round up in that case.
The reason why people put a forma into stuff is because you only get so much capacity,
Right.
or you put in an Orkin catalyst. But even if you have an Orkin catalyst, you might have to put a forma,
Right,
one or
because
two or more.
right, because you see things like heavy caliber use 16, split chamber uses 15. Serration is going to be on like everything that's like 14. If you don't have a catalyst in, that's like half your capacity right there.
Is there a way to download your VODs? No.
I've never checked, so I don't know. I mean, I know you got the getaway around it, which is kind of a pain, I would assume. Where you go from Twitch and upload it to YouTube, and then go to your creator content, and then download the MP4, which probably ends up with reduced quality than you initially started with. But
Did you want to download my VODs, or were you afraid that they were going to go away or something?
the other option is maybe finding if there's a website that can rip the VOD, because I know there's ones that do that with YouTube. I don't know if there's any that do that kind of thing with Twitch that'll allow you to actually download the video. Actually, there was one plugin that I had for videos. I forget what it's called, but whenever there was a video that would play, you'd have the option to download it directly off of the site.
Oh, are you talking about Tamper Monkey?
No.
Oh, I don't know then.
No, that's a YouTube exclusive thing that you're talking about.
Oh my god, I'm poor.
Well, I knew that.
I have 1,000 credits. No, I was trying to download my VODs. Trying to make a montage to upload to YouTube.
Well, I'd say in that case, like gettle your way around, like upload it into YouTube from Twitch, and then see if you can download the MP4 from there, or seeing if you can find some kind of extension or an external website that would allow you to do that. So I haven't checked, so I don't know if Twitch has the option or not.
You guys got Breton and Ladle Vandal yet?
No, because we can't stand that game mode.
No.
It was just so ridiculously like where it doesn't even let you get past a certain point, so it just drains so insane. We have seen that there have been a lot of changes or patches, updates, whatever you want to call them, to the game mode. So we may always go back. Why am I trying to change that? So we may always like go back to it at some point.
The thing
we're not even on public, by the way.
Oh, whoops. The thing is, like,
over here.
When things come out, we normally wait a couple of months to really like go back.
Not necessarily months, but it depends on really what it is. Because things come, like new quests now come out and they're like, so buggy as hell. War Within, I believe it was, with the Grenier Queens.
We did that like the day it came out.
No. We waited a little bit. Not as long as we normally do. But we did wait a bit, and it was still like buggy as hell. We ran into issues that were game stopping.
Yeah.
Where we had to restart the game multiple times during that stream and restart the entire area we were at. Because there was no checkpoint. We're good to go, by the way.
Okay.
That was just like a huge headache on its own, and was just a prime example why we don't like doing things as soon as they come out. Planes of Eidolon is something we did as soon as it came out. Whole server crashed less than an hour of being up.
Oh, I do want to mention really quick. I added a whole bunch of new weapon builds to the website. So if you're somebody who has been
through streams.
If you're somebody who's been checking the website, you like to look at the builds and stuff, definitely make sure that you go and look at the site. There's been a build that was uploaded for the Acrid, the dual Kiers or whatever it's called. There's some other ones I put up. But yeah, you can do the Warframe command and make your way to the site.
And all of it, of course, is Riven free. So if you do have a Riven for a weapon that'll fit in, fantastic. You only make it better. What are you, Speed Nova?
Oh. Gotta make it tolerable somehow.
But going back to what Johnny had said about status-wise, like viral radiation, that kind of stuff can be an option. And when we do builds, we do test different elementals and different elemental combos and things like that.
Yeah.
Before we settle on this is our build that we're gonna give to you guys. So we might like leave the stream with Kuros and be like, okay, we got everything on. But then we may do testing over the next day or two and be like, you know what? This viral radiation, maybe that works better. Or corrosive cold ends up working better or something like that. So what we end the stream with isn't necessarily the final build. Which is why sometimes some builds don't make it up to the website like that night.
I didn't want to upload the dual Kiers build right away because you know how Warframe is when they release things that are new. Sometimes like, they change it. They might change stats. They might change how the weapon works. Maybe they'll add an element that will affect how the build works.
Or increase the crit, or increase the status. Just some kind of change to it. This may make you rethink a build or something. Or we might, like, again, we might find something that just works better than what we had initially. Hello.
I do want to say, if you guys were interested in the changes that they're going to be making to Saren, you can go back to the beginning of the VOD, and I read the entire page.
All the changes that are going to be happening, audio and ability-wise.
I just got a cost assist badass ribbon the other day. Status beast. Awesome.
Nice. I can't say the cost assist is a weapon that I jump on. I think it looks interesting. But I don't know. It could be like some other weapons where it's just the stance, I can't stand it and it kills it for me.
I built it. Oh, I mastered it apparently. I don't remember.
We got it day one access. We got it during the partner times.
Yeah.
The Ignis Wraith has some insane range on it. Like, being able to hit people from like 30 meters away is just insane.
I know. Oh, I wanted to mention, if you guys aren't a part of the Discord and you would like to be, make sure you join it. Also, Joker has a Discord as well, and it's up on the site.
Related more to the site.
Is related more to the site, so if you want to like get connected and help people with games or get in.
Right. Or maybe you need help and, you can go and pop in, ask questions.
I just got that ribbon. I got the Christmas candy cane skin on it. Awesome.
I like that skin.
Me too. I think I have that skin on my hate.
I think that's what I've got mine on too. And no, not hate. I think mine might be on the Reaper Prime.
I think mine is on both of those.
What?
I'm trying to get comfy.
Grab the Clemenari!
4, 3, 2,
we have a
1,
hero?
and here. Yes.
Here comes the dinosaur son.
Reinforcements available. Do you choose to leave now or continue
that was
fighting?
stupid.
If you guys ever want to have a good
Keep
laugh,
fighting. Another opportunity
watch
to extract will appear soon.
the duo run of Joker and I, doing specifically the run where a gay guy plays is telling us what
Selected our
frame,
frames.
and put the subtitles on.
Closed captions.
Yeah.
And just
That-
read along with that.
Joker and I watched like a half hour of the video on YouTube, and I
It
was
was
dying.
amazing.
If you guys got the latest Necros pack, it comes with a really nice side skin. I don't ever use Necros.
I need a little more information than just the latest Necros pack.
Like, what's the name of the pack?
Damn, why am I getting stuck? Some objects are like solid rock. I did get a Necros thing. Not too, well, actually, I think it's been a bit of a time now.
For me, when it comes to like warframes, if I can't justify like that I use them often enough, I will not buy skins for
right,
them.
that's like 10 gen, especially because they're like, oh, well, I don't use this, and I really justify spending $10. That's a little more of a question rather than plat, because plat, it's something that you can just get in game anyway.
Yeah.
So effectively, you could say that you didn't spend anything.
For me, when it came to like the Zephyr helmet, I really like how that helmet looks, and regardless, like, I never used Zephyr, but I felt like the creator did such a good job that I was like, I want to buy it. Like, if somebody makes something so well that it makes me want to buy it, they did a good job. Like, I think that was like one of the most well-made Tenogen items that Zephyr, I forget the name of the helmet.
It's the only one that looks like an actual bird.
It really does. And I wanted to gift it to
Basically an
you,
eagle
and then
head.
I was like, well, I can't. And then I bought it by accident for myself.
Well, it's when you were
And
first
that's
getting into
how-
Tenogen. That's when you found out that you can't give Tenogen.
Yeah,
Don't-
it's the Necros Deluxe pack.
Doesn't help me with the name, but you know, maybe you can see it in the market and you get out.
Yeah. I just hit 14.
But without,
Yep.
I'm about to hit 20. Oh, maybe I have a booster. That might be it. I might have a booster that's almost up. That's 20.
You don't use Nova's first ability for damage reduction?
You only need it if
No,
you get yourself hit.
No. I only use it if I'm getting hurt, and I'm fine. Like, if I find myself in a situation where I'm doing so bad that I'm, like, dying over and over again, that's when I'll use it.
The thing is once you're high enough, and, you know, I don't really know how to word that without offending somebody. Once you play higher level content, no, I was gonna say when you play high enough level content, reduction or not, your ass is still gonna get one-shotted. So I'd say it's better to, well, until shield gating comes in, then two-shotted, but I'd say it's better to practice not getting hit than relying on a reduction.
I try not to.
Go on.
I try not to depend on, like, I guess, like, I'm gonna give different examples. Like, if I was gonna play Volt, I would try not to depend on a shield, or, my first ability, or, you know, I'm somebody who, like, brute forces things. And if I realize that I'm, like, going too far, if I realize that I'm going all in and I'm really failing at it, that's when I'll use my first ability, or, you know, use a shield, or, you know, whatever. But if I was going on a run with Nova, I would use my one.
Well, yeah, because we're getting up to like 300 enemies.
If I was in like high level situations, but we're on Hydron, and I'm not.
There's still pretty low enemies.
Yeah, I'm like, this is easy to me.
And you gotta keep going because you're not done yet, so.
Not getting hit, something I can't do.
Yeah.
You can download Twitch VODs through your dashboard.
Cool.
Awesome.
Oh, now you know. But yeah, that just comes into playstyle as well. Like, Life of Rio, he can't sit still to save his life. He's got to keep jumping around and stay on the move. That's just his playstyle, so naturally, those kind of long runs where you have to avoid getting hit just works for him. And why something, I guess, more of a defense doesn't, because it involves a bit more stationary, I guess you could say, as the levels get higher, because you gotta protect the pod at the most, which isn't moving, it's staying in the one location.
Right.
And you're kind of stuck in this one area, one room. And you can't, like, bail out in a room if things get a little too intense at that second. Plus, we have a hero here as well. So, he should be healing the team, which I'm not sure why he hasn't healed Luckful yet. Considering the heals is based off the damage he does.
I put up my one and died immediately.
Just standing in fire. GG.
Yeah, that would do it.
Yeah, I can be confident enough in not using damage reduction, but depending on the frame, like not using something like Vitality or Redirection, I can be like kind of a little iffy on for myself.
Let's see, it does more than damage reduction, but it's all subjective.
Well, that's like all frames and everything. To one person, a frame might suck because they don't know how to utilize them correctly or utilize the weapon correctly or something. So to them, the frame or weapon sucks or quote-unquote is bad. But for someone else, it could be amazing.
It all depends on how the person wants to use the frame. Not everybody uses the frame the same.
That's the thing. That's where things like playstyle come into play. What am I doing? Let's go like this.
I'm coming!
I don't know why I'm still just using Ignis like that.
Oh crap, I just rolled into like the Nox.
GG.
Puke. I'm good though. It's very rarely I'll use my first ability. From me, Nova, I use her for a fourth ability and that's pretty much it.
Right. But that's like with the weapons that we don't go like, oh, this is the top best OP god build. You can only build it this way or you're stupid and kind of look at things. It's like, this is one way to build it, it's effective, and it'll work for your sword key or lower. At some point, we're gonna have to just do like a duo run, just for the sake of doing it.
Yeah.
Just because we've been doing it with like 4 people so often. 4 people, people argue is harder, but when you have 4 people that can actually carry their own weight, God, I'd say all the ones we've done with 4 people, it's been so much easier than any duo, because of those exact reasons that we've brought up. People should be able to hold their own weight for what you're doing if you're expected to go that long. But also the responsibility is divided up amongst more people, so it's less stress and less things for each person to look for and whatever.
Yeah. The thing is though, if we do a duo run, and you want to bring the Zenistar, that's gonna present a bit more of a difficulty.
Right, it's fantastic, but dear God, the Zenistars have this issue, and I don't know what it is. You ready to go? Or...
Yeah, max. But
Alright.
we still have 2 more waves.
Yeah, but you can still use your abilities and we can just get the hell out of here.
Consider what I've learned from
Yeah.
the skirmish.
Do our Nova Saren combo. Harrow's trying to heal. I don't know why he uses 4 right there when you have no enemies. It's just gonna go to waste, but you did you, Harrow. Well, the Zenistar is a great weapon when it comes down to it. And that's another thing people will be like, oh, viral radiation, no. I would never use viral radiation on my Zenistar. I use the elements on it that I use for specific reasons. I don't use it for flat out killing enemies. And there's so many weapons that just, you know, go through that kind of stuff anyways. That doesn't really make any difference. It does cover a large area, though.
The Zenistar is a login weapon.
Yep. Right up there. Enjoy the synergy of Warframe abilities on all frames, but that's just your style. Yeah, like some people can, it's fine, you can adapt to each Warframe in the way that they work. Whereas some people can't, so then you just naturally gravitate to a couple. Like they gravitate towards the tanks or the supports or whatever.
Like some people are just used to like playing as like a healer or whatever in MMOs, so that's why
They're drawn to the support type Warframes.
Yeah.
I can generally go with any of the frames as long as I have my own idea of how I need to use my frame. with the way I've got it built. Ooh.
I really enjoy the mathematics behind builds. I just got the Zenith Star, and my Riven only has 62% range plus slide
Reinforcements
crit.
available. Do you choose to
I don't like slide crit. I don't know how people can, like, that's another thing with melee weapons. I don't know how people can just be a
Slide and
Beyblade.
hit, slide and hit.
Just be a Beyblade the whole time. I've tried doing that. I don't have the, like, my Maiming Strike or anything. But I've tried doing that. I've purchased Maiming Strike in the past. I hate it. I find it boring. But that's me. And then you get people that do something like that, and then they go around with the attitude of, oh look, I'm a god player, I'm so good at this game, but I'm bored. Then stop doing that.
Had somebody. We had somebody that we invited to a to go to, like, what was it, Belinus, and I was asking them, like, what do you like what do you want to try for a weapon? And they were like, oh, I really want to try like dual weapons. And I was like, you should try like the Fang Prime or like the dual cleavers. And they were using the Atarax. And they were like, I'm so bored of this weapon. I don't like it. I don't like whips. And I was like, then why are you using it? And they didn't answer me. And it's like, I feel like a lot of people, when they start playing Warframe, they are told, like, whips are the
Right, this is good, this is bad, stay away from this, get this immediately, those kind of things. Instead of allowing a player to...
I don't have my head.
Well, that's fine, because I'm not talking to you. Instead of allowing a player to, you know, experience things on their own and make decisions about whether or not they want to use certain weapons.
Guys, I don't want to have my big lights on anymore, but I'll leave my camera on. So, I apologize for my purple background.
You built to hit enemies and kill, not sliding. Yeah.
There is a delay on my camera, but it says that there is no delay, so I'm very confused.
I wouldn't be able to tell you right now.
Ordis is how angry. I may require maintenance after all.
Where were we going? I was saying that we were talking about new players. I don't know where I was gonna go with that, but in my opinion, I say it's best to let a new player experience a weapon on their own, make up their own decisions, because all weapons are going to be able to do that sortie level content. It's just a matter of, can you mod it yourself to get there? Do you need help? Do you still need learning? Whatever. And there's so many weapons that can go past armor, so many weapons that can strip armor. So many frames that can help buff you and your weapons or debuff the enemies. Like the Mark 1 Furious, for example. It can do, without buffs, it does jack shit on like the level 100s. But you get a good buff, and it's going to shred through in a couple shots. So,
I got a dual Ichor ribbon because of you guys. It's really good. Oh my god, that's awesome!
Awesome! The dual Ichor is actually amazing with a ribbon. I actually got 2 dual Ichor ribbons, so I gave one to Skies, and I believe you rolled yours a couple times. Because I was like, oh, well, some of the stats you might be looking for with this build is this, or this.
Did you give it to me?
What?
Did you give it to me unrolled?
Yeah, because both of mine were unrolled. I had the one that I'm using right now that
I'm
I
gonna
had.
I'm gonna tell you, I rolled it 22 times.
Well, you also roll things a little more, just to see if you can get anything else. But yeah, I gave you your. Well, I might have like rolled it like once or twice, but for the most part, it was unrolled because I got the one that I'm using right now, which I've had since pretty much Rivens came out, that I've just been holding on to, and then I unveiled that one. And I was like, another one.
I do want to say though, the dual Ichor is actually like my go-to weapon for using in the Index. I really like using it in the Index, and for me, like when I go on like any mission that is just like, okay, I'm gonna go on an exterminate or like a survival or, you know, whatever, I normally bring my Orthos Prime because, like, you know, it has that wide reach and I can, you know, sweep through enemies. Well, the dual ichor, you know, it's a close range, and when you go into the index, you know, you have like 5 enemies or whatever that you really are trying to go after you at a time. You don't need a wide range because
They're
it's
right in
not
front
like
of you.
so that's why I like the dual ichor.
Okay.
I tried using my Orthos Prime in the index, and that was just like, it's a great weapon, but it's not for the.
You need more DPS than KPS. So if you want to go over to your mods and go to ribbons, Johnny, what we have for our dual ichor ribbons.
Tenno, the balance of power continues to shift. Navigation is marked with new invasions.
It only has melee damage and slide crit, needs rolling. You could always go on a Kuva survival.
Okay, so dual ichor ribbons. Mine is a plus 258.8% melee damage, plus 133.9% crit chance, which is amazing because I'm with my build. I'm pretty much set like red crits like right out the gate. And then mine is status duration, which is fine because corrosive is instant, and viral goes down to like 3%, but or 3%, 3 seconds, which is more than enough to kill them anyway. So either way, that's fine. And if you want, let them know what your ribbon is.
My ribbon is plus 43.5% attack speed, plus 80.7% toxin, plus 80.5% electricity. So I have that built-in corrosive.
On top of the extra speed, kind of makes up that difference of me just getting more flat-out power. And they kind of come out to being around the same kind of performance anyway.
On a side note, I have this Hema ribbon that I spent a pretty penny on.
Yep.
900 plat.
So,
on this ribbon.
what do you want to say? If you're using like the dual ichor build that we have, it's up on the site, right? No, it's not because we don't have a ribbon free one yet. But if you're using the dual ichor build that we're using, those are some of the stats that you can look for that would benefit and be integrated pretty well.
We won't have a dual ichor build on the site until we can make a build without a ribbon.
Right, find something to replace that ribbon to get a good substitute.
Because what we do is when we have a build that we can justify working well with ribbon, that's when we'll be like, okay, we can put it up on the site. Because we want it to be something equal for everybody. Because it's not fair if we're like, hey, well, we have this dual ichor thing, and you know it works great for us, but you're gonna have to go out of your way and get a ribbon. Like, not everybody, you know, uses ribbons or, you know,
right.
cares.
And we don't want to put it up there and then give the impression, oh well, this build is awesome, guys, but you got to go and get this ribbon. It's gonna cost you like 12,000 plat because it's that amazing.
I just found out that mental mods and different mod slots changes your elemental output.
Yep. And here's the thing, using the dual stat elementals sometimes works out much better than using 90% elementals.
Yeah.
We've done that with someone who wanted help with their build, and he showed us the build, and we're like, change that 90% out for the dual status. And his weapon performed even better than what it did before.
Or I think he moved it to a 90% and it worked better.
Yeah, but it's that thing. It's just swapping something out.
Yes, exactly, Johnny. Ribbons are optional, and ribbons weren't always around, and we were fine without them.
Okay, go ahead and just follow me down here. You can keep talking. Just do a demonstration of dual ichor here.
I want to get mine too.
Are you ready to follow? Down, come up here on simulate. You can come down and do show yours. You ready?
Yeah.
Alright. Alright. So this is, of course, keep in mind, no buffs, no debuffs. Are you down here?
Yep.
Boom. I get nothing but red crits. Of course, if you get buffs and debuffs, then you're fine. It's gonna be even deadlier. But I had like nothing but red crits after that first enemy. Then I'll spawn like 5 in, and then you can take a look what it's like with your Riven, and you can just throw the Riven up on the screen if he wants to like take a screenshot or a picture or anything like that. Unless you know, for all I know, he might already have it. And then you can get an idea. Remember, get those ground finishers when you knock him down. That's the one thing you don't do. As you can see, it's... Are you holding your block combo?
I am.
And you need to hit your melee button quicker to actually get the full combo in there. But you see, they can just chop through, and again, that's like no buff. If you want to go again, I'll pull out my Rhino, which again, I use my standard buff.
Saren's third with dual Ichor is OP.
Alright, well, we can take a look at that afterwards as well. So just wait for me to come down there.
Going to be getting changes, which you can hear all about the thing. The beginning of the VOD.
But this is like a standard buff that you can expect from like a random person. Okay, you're like, you keep attacking even though there's nothing in front of you. Go. Okay, Toxic Lash works for allies as well, right? It's one of those things that I never use.
Maybe?
Well, just trying to figure out. I'm not 100% sure, so I'll do this one then.
You guys are dropping those guys pretty quick.
Okay, watch this. So I'm gonna Toxic Lash, get some Spore action in there. And ideally, you'd have a buff going alongside this from someone else on your team, but that's like...
And this is why we like to ask you guys, like, if you have any weapons or, you know, anything like that you want to see us work on stream, feel free to ask us. We have request sections in both of our Discords. Yep. And, you know, just feel free to ask.
I do want to make one point. So I'm going to do the exact same thing. Thank you, mouse. So I'm gonna have the exact same thing, but I'm gonna be one mod less because I'm gonna go just remove the Riven, just so you can see what kind of a difference it makes with the Riven versus without the Riven, and well, no mod in that slot. Ideally, you have something in there, but like it'll eventually get up there. It just takes that little more of a rev up time. So you can see that Riven makes quite a huge difference. When we're talking no buffs or anything. And that is, of course, one mod short. Excuse me? I don't know where he is. We're like putting a ring around the rosy here. If you want to take your Riven out... You can put Prime Fury in there, right?
Let me see. Let's see. Take my Riven out.
And you can put a Prime Fury in there?
Yeah, I can.
Okay.
Well, oh, wait, no, I can't.
Well, I don't know. I can't see your screen. Use your eyes. Can you put anything else in that slot? So
no, and I can't move anything around.
Oh. Can you use a normal Fury?
Let's see.
Or Berserker?
Berserker's already in there. Okay, I can put a normal Fury.
Okay, so put that in. So you see that way you're getting some kind of speed boost still?
Joker's crit makes the difference, it seems.
The melee damage and everything makes the difference. Go for it. But yeah, without my Riven, I am starting out at yellow crits, whereas with it, I'm starting in the orange crit territory. So you can see. Using a Prime Fury is probably what we would use for the Riven free version. but we haven't really done much in the way of testing to verify if that's the 100% we would go with. And then I can show. I mean, we should have like the exact same build at this point. I could not put my Fury in there, can I? Why did I type Fruity? I can't put Fruity in there either.
Fruity. Arcane Strike.
Yes, arcane. That's another thing. We don't have arcanes listed as to go alongside things. Because if you get an arcane that benefits, awesome. Just like with Ribbons. Are you coming down?
Yeah, we don't list arcanes because we want a build to be something that everybody can like get. Not everybody has access.
Right, or some arcanes are just really expensive.
Yeah. It's just like we limit it to mods only.
So speed can be like a substitute.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not like our 100% for sure recommendation at this current time. Okay, I'll jump in. I thought you were going in, that's why I just stood there.
No. I get that, it makes sense.
Yeah. Because again, we don't want to put that kind of into people's heads where it's like, oh, well, you guys got to get this arcane with it. And go spend, like, again, a couple thousand plat to get a nice full set of it or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
You want to put your ribbon back in before you forget?
Yeah.
Definitely want CC. Yeah. Like, even, like, getting some, like, just range and speed or range and crit or something like that for the ribbon would be nice because that range would give you that bit of extra CC. Or, of course, there's always other things like Mirage, which is just natural CC because you're just spreading it out to a further range.
So what should we do with the Ignis Wraith?
I don't know. Let's take a look. Oh, well, we're going to need more. More shit in there, that's for sure. But I don't think Johnny was here at the start.
No.
I'm curious between that and that.
Whoops.
Well, actually that other would as well, right? Yes. Not as high, but I do want to try this.
Okay. I haven't added anything else, so.
I don't have the shred on right now, otherwise she'd already be stripped.
Mm-hmm.
Not sure how I feel about that.
He's still alive! Oh.
There's the fire. Oh. That's with that. Take a look at potentially this. Couldn't even see his health. My thing was off of him.
You guys tried viral or other elementals with the dual ichor? We tried a lot of things, and this is what works for us.
I'll take my Riven off. I'll put a normal Fury in there. And I'll swap it to viral, and then you can take a look at that.
Okay.
So swapping from the corrosive to viral. This is what we get. So you can see, in my opinion, corrosive works a lot better.
Yeah.
Of course, if you're going up against infested, then yeah, just slap viral on and just shred through them like nothing.
Yeah.
But for me, I feel corrosive does so much better in the case of the dual ichor.
I definitely feel like this is better.
I don't know if there's anything you want to slap into the Ignis to try out. You got like 9 capacity in there.
Let's see.
At the moment.
I've got 24 capacity.
Yeah, well, you didn't put your dual stats in either.
Oh yeah, fuck. High voltage, malignant force. I have 10 capacity.
10? Oh. What are you gonna try?
I don't know.
So I know we're gonna need like 2 more form at least into this anyway, which will take us up to 3 total.
Let's see. Vigilant armaments will give me multi-shot.
Tried it. That was the first one. Wasn't that great.
Vital sense, crit damage.
To try that. I haven't done played with the crit mods yet. Crit chances.
Vigilant fervor is plus 45% fire rate.
Yeah,
5% chance to enhance critical hits from primary weapons.
Yeah, which will make a chance to make your yellow crits orange crits, a chance for your orange to be red. Which
I'm gonna try vital sense.
Okay.
And I'm gonna unequip my dual ichor.
Not that that's necessary, but let's go. Hammer shot. Hammer shot is actually the one that I just did, which I don't think you were down here. Go ahead and shoot into his brain. Okay, and hold up. Stay there.
Mm-hmm.
And since hammer shot was asking, that's what I have equipped at the moment. Could pop this out. I'm gonna try it with just another dual stat elemental for the heat, just to straight up boost even more damage.
Okay.
With some more status. I mean, it's definitely not doing as well. And I think that's because the heat is what's proccing more than the corrosive now.
Alright, let me go in here.
But as you see, we do go through, we test different combinations of mods and that.
Definitely don't want to go near hunter munitions.
Heavy gunner. We can actually strip heavy armor off of the heavy gunners extremely quick. If you want to take your heavy caliber out and put my prime shred's higher, so I'll show that my prime shred is maxed out.
My prime shred is maxed out too.
Is it? I thought you said it was only like 14.
No, that's my heavy caliber.
Oh, okay. Well, go ahead and slap prime shred in there. And what do you have as the last mod?
Let's see. I have Serration, Split Chamber, Prime Shred, Malignant Force, and High Voltage right now.
Go ahead and put your Vital Sense or the Hammer Shot back in, and we can show them with the Prime Shred.
Vital Sense, I can't fit. Oh wait, I can put a Vital Sense that's 3.
You just told me you had Vital Sense on.
No, I didn't. I said Serration,
what?
Split Chamber,
No,
Prime Shred.
Stop talking. Then what did you just test down there?
Vital Sense, but I took it off.
Therefore, you just told me you had Vital Sense on, so how could Vital Sense not fit if you just told me you had it on?
Because I put Prime Shred in, and I had to take out Vital Sense.
Then put that in your Forma slot. Since that's what takes up the most, that's what should have been Forma. Not that it's going to matter in the end. Since they're both going to end up being the same. Or they're both going to end up Forma. You ready?
Yes.
Okay. Go on. That's why you have to take a look at what you have formatted as well. To see if you can move things around to make things fit. Well, you're not going to get any strip off of that, did you?
No.
Okay, I'll come back down. But what?
I killed it quick.
Yeah, you killed it. Okay, I'll come back down. Again, this is back to what we initially had to begin with. Testing out heavy caliber versus shred before we started today. And as you can see with this, if I can keep it on him, armor is completely gone with the amount of armor that he's got. And he still has more than half his health left at the beginning. Which, of course, that's when you can just come in with your viral weapon of whatever and just finish him off. That's where we were going with Prime Shred versus Heavy Caliber. At the end, it's going to be up to personal preference. So when it comes down to bomb bars, the Prime Shred is going to kill them before the armor is even stripped. Just because the armor is the only thing that they really rely on to stay alive. Whereas Heavy Gunner is that nice balance. At the moment, I'd say I'm not 100% sure which way I want to go with this. But once we get enough form in that we can fill out every slot, then we can start getting a better idea. Crit with Corrosive is Beast, with gas also.
Forma.
I don't know, I could never get into the gas element myself. Anytime I've used, I'm just like, people like this? Why? So what do you got going?
I have Serration, Prime Shred, Split Chamber, Malignant Force in right now. I put a Forma in, so I'm trying to...
Well, you put another V, right? Another Matarai? Right?
Yeah, I put in a V.
Okay.
Whatever. I don't know what the names of the symbols are, I really don't.
Well, that's why I said V, another Matarai. Tri-point strike for extra CC with Vital Sense set up. Yeah, we don't have enough room at the moment to test that, which kind of sucks, but like I said, as we get more Forma in, we'll be able to fill out the empty mod slots more and be able to test more and more things. But crit is something I am looking at. What am I doing? Actions. Polarize. A little short. And of course I wouldn't have one. Oh, well, I mean, I'm kind of stuck with gas now. At the moment, this is why I'm like, how can people get into this? What do you got on?
I have Serration, Prime Shred,
Split
Malignant
chamber
Force.
and malignant force.
Let's see. Serration, Prime Shred, Split Chamber, and Malignant Force.
Yeah, exact same as me. You're working with corrosive at the moment. Pop out, and you see how like that's like this is such a drag at the moment. We're trying to kill him. Come on down and join. As opposed to like gas, I'd rather use that flat out beautiful toxin. Look at that toxin just eat through. Just eats through so much better. And this, of course, I didn't fire all of it. Just because he wasn't even maxed to begin with. I'll spawn a full one. And I guess you can say this is advertising for the Acrid, which you just put up on the website, yes?
Yep.
And the gas has to be crit based, yeah. But it's like, well, I can do that. Or I could just use corrosive and just chew right through the armor, do more and more damage as it goes.
I'll be right back.
Yep. Yeah, the Acrid, fantastic weapon. We have a Riven free build up there. And Vamp 6x6x6x, aka Warframe Madness, has a perfect Riven that'll slide right in for it, which we did kind of want to keep in mind when building since he is the one that requested it. So we did leave it open for him to be able to use his Riven. Yeah. Capacity restrictions. So I'm just going to take everything off here. Okay. I'm gonna try this. Do-do-do-do. Hi. Wow, so don't think I'll be using that mod.
What mod?
Combustion beam.
Oh, that was...
Yeah, when an enemy dies, it's supposed to go like boom and make an explosion for like 600 damage. Either that explosion didn't happen, or it was so minor I didn't even notice it. On this 135. So.
I just sent my mom a text, and I really hope that she has her phone on silent because she's in church. Can you imagine if she had the Stitch text tone that you?
You're touching me! You're touching me! I'm not touching. Ah! You're touching me!
You're touching me!
In the middle of a prayer or something.
I think she'd have some explaining to do in church.
Yes.
You're gonna have a juice box.
Adult socks.
I'm having juice box.
Yes. Controller, please, thank you. Please, thank you. Why you no fall down?
We're both the same mastery rank.
Yep. Congratulations.
When did you catch up?
A few days ago.
Oh.
I came on and I just ranked 2 weapons real quick. Anyway, are you ready to go?
Please.
We can go rank this up with sacrifice to warfare build. Yeah, but I don't think I don't like sacrifice, quote unquote sacrificing the build that I have on a warframe just to make one thing work. I don't know, I find that those kind of things, like, I guess you can say gimmicky. But, you know, seeing some of those bonus effects, you just left the squad, okay. Don't know why. But seeing some of the, like, bonuses, I can see, like, why people would build to get as much of that, as much of the set on as possible. Whenever you're ready to go, we're on pub.
I'm not near the front of my ship.
You're talking about you spawned at the front of your ship.
I'm with my Tenno right now.
Oh, yo, BB?
I want my baby Tenno.
Alright, let's go to Hadern. Ooh. Actually, Fissure.
Ooh, yeah.
Let's see.
What you want, baby? I got it.
I'm gonna use an Axie V2.
Let's say V2. I don't have that.
Well, that's what I'm using. My last one.
I love how I'm like, what you want, baby? I got it, and I don't have it at all. Hold on. Let's see. Vectis. What's the common Vectis part? Okay, a C1. That's what I'll use.
Okay, cut 1 with Vagina 2. Let's go. What has he got? B2.
B2. This
All right.
guy, Steve.
Hi, Steve.
He has a glyph with an S on it, so I'm gonna assume that
Super
he's
Steve.
a partner. Because it's probably for him. Wait, is that an S or a B? I can't tell. I think that's a B.
I don't know. I just see a
Yeah,
cookie.
that's a B.
I don't know how you can see anything on that thing. It just looks like an orange blob. with little things hanging
Our
out of it.
position has been compromised.
Feliz Navidad.
Defend
I
the
don't
cargo
like the
until
color
Ignis
choice on it.
arrives.
If he did make it.
There are void fissures in the area.
No, they are not a
Open
partner.
a relic.
So it's not his glyph, it is someone else's.
Oh.
Either way, I don't like the color choice on it.
They're Nova.
I think they should have used like complementing colors to help the letters stand out more. I don't know,
Yeah.
unless they're trying to go for like, oh, this is a raised letter, like piece of metal. You know, like the shape of the letter has just been like punched in or something.
We've gotten an Aros rank 0.
Oh, good. The Kage got me.
And then Steve is using the Pandero rank 0.
Oh, I wonder if he saw the. I wonder if he's using the like our Pandero builds.
Maybe.
You found a fissure. Look out for reactant.
Okay, remember we have to not kill them too quick.
Oh yeah. Fuck. That's
And for
right.
those wondering, it is possible to kill enemies too quick that you can't get any reactant.
The enemies are dropping reactant.
We've done that and gotten up to like wave 4 with like almost no reactant. We only had like
Have we
2.
actually failed it before?
No, we've come close. We've gotten our last reactant during the last wave.
Find more.
At the end of the wave. So we've come close, but we haven't fully failed one, like because of going too quick.
Steve!
I got Steve!
Steve! We got you, Steve!
I made Steve more important than the reactant.
Yeah, I got the reactor after. It was my present.
Me too.
You know, I thought it was so sad when I was in the recruit chat and that person was like, rank 1, need taxi to Hydron. Like, really? You are rank 1 and you really want to go to Hydron?
You need to power level already? What's going on here? Who have you been hanging out with?
Exactly.
That you want to power level and just not enjoy the game itself.
What? Power level me. Steve!
Where's Steve? I'm coming, Steve!
I got you, Steve!
We did it!
The whole chat's just gonna be Steve saying thank you. Thank you.
Back to the whole playstyle of just sliding around the whole time trying to be a Beyblade. Something else we don't get is people that they like stand behind a wall and they just attack
no.
through the wall. Like, come here. Like they'll go like this, and then they'll just attack with melee through the wall. It's like they're afraid
Yeah.
to get hit or something, or they're just that bad at playing. Like I don't understand why or how that became a thing. Let's just attack through the wall, guys. Super easy way to survive an hour in survival.
Yeah, there's videos on that. It's pathetic.
Yeah, being like a pro tip guy to do it easy. It's like, if you want to do it easy, how you can just take Octavia. It does all the work for you. Is this what we have to resort to? Hiding
It's
behind
like,
a wall
are
and
you that?
attacking?
It's like, are you really that, like, weak that
You have to hide?
you have to like melee through the wall? Like, if you're having
Oh, I
that
have
much of
10.
an issue,
I think
yeah,
you need to
if you-
rethink your builds at that point or something. Yeah, that's just another one of those things I just don't understand why people do it.
Like, we've seen it when we've grouped up with people in public, we've seen people do it during streams, and it's just one of those things where it's like, we don't really know how to help those people, because, you know, obviously you don't want to, like, hurt that person's
Right, you don't want to, like, show up to
feeling.
someone's stream and be like, why are you playing like that? Why you playing like a bitch? You know, you don't want to show up like that. It's like, because then it's like showing up to somebody's stream that could be just a complete stranger, and then you just insult them. It's like, what? What are you doing? Who are you? And who are you to judge the way I'm playing my game? Kind of thing. It's like, it's your game. You can play how you want. You can enjoy it however you want. It's not hurting anybody.
Right.
But it's just one of those things that we just don't understand why.
Yeah, we don't understand
or how people
it.
find it enjoyable.
Like, if I'm gonna fight something, I'd rather, like, go fight it instead of hide behind a wall.
Right. And then we've seen some people that, like, do that for a while in a defense. Of course, depending on the area. And then they stop and, like, play normally for a while, and then they go back to doing that.
Well,
What?
I think it's because they think somebody's watching it.
Well,
Like,
we've come across some of those where we just stop and, like, stare at them, and then they go off and play normally again.
Yeah. And it's like, if you can go and, like...
If you're embarrassed
normally.
by it, why are you doing it?
Yeah. Like, I don't understand what are you doing. Like, I remember once, I think I, like, confronted somebody once. I was like, what are you doing? And they didn't say anything. They just, like, moved away from the wall. Because they were hitting it and nothing was there.
Yeah. Because they can't see enemies, they're just assuming enemies. Oh, I'm here, the enemies are always coming to me, kind of thing. Oh, there's 5 waves. For more time.
Available. Do you choose to
What are we
leave
gonna
now
get?
or continue fighting?
Hopefully I get what I need. That's my only relic, and you have 0, and I knew that. Ah, I did not get what I need. I guess I'll work towards the Trinity set. I've got
Wait a
5
minute, I should
systems.
keep mine. I have 4 systems and 1 neuroptic.
I have 0 brains. Wow. Okay. Bye,
Wow, bye,
Naros.
Kage. He's probably like, I'm bored.
Alright. What are we using now?
I'm gonna use another C1.
I don't have a whole lot of those left.
Me either.
Wait, what? He joined
what?
us? He came. What? Why'd you come back at the end if you.
Another
What?
opportunity to extract will appear soon.
Hey. What?
Heck, I gotta level up Anaros
Well,
anyway.
there you go. Well, instead of coming back again, he figured he'd just stay.
Maybe he doesn't have any relics. Oh, they're rank 8. They might not really have a lot of Axie relics. That's my guess. Maybe they don't really have a lot.
Yeah. If that's not it, then I don't know why they didn't pick one. Nope.
Ew. None left.
Go bike, bro. Yeah, there's like always like at least one bike parked over by the corner store. I don't know if it's just like a place where like local bikers go or what. But whenever I do go up to the store, we go past that way towards the bus or something. You usually see at least one sitting there.
That's where the mic is going. A lot of people like to dirt bike around here. When I was in high school, like, everybody loved dirt biking, and you know, that was just like what everybody found
The cool thing.
cool. Yeah. I mean, what are you really doing in like a farm town? Like, there's lots of dirt.
Pick corn, shuck corn, celebrate corn in a festival.
I sent my mom a list. I was like, get me muffins.
It's not a list, that's a request.
Well, I was like, get me muffins and hair conditioner and some rolls.
That's not a list, that's a demand. Get me this.
I didn't say get me. I literally just sent her, like, a list of items. Because she said we might go to the store, so send me a list. So I was like, okay. But, like, we have, like, no food in the house that I want, so I was thinking muffins. Get me muffins!
Sweet, I'm done. My Ignis is done.
Yeah, you have a booster.
Yeah, it's almost over though.
What did you get, like a lock-in reward?
I don't know. I haven't been on it, so I don't know.
I know, because, like, it seems like you've had it for, like, an awfully long time, and, like...
Finish your mission to find out what's inside.
Holy
I don't remember
shit.
you getting one.
How's your level?
23.5.
I meant without. That's the important one.
15. 16. What would you do with a drunken sailor?
Here's fucking nice. I'll feed him to a Zanilli.
Early in the morning.
She rises.
Hey, she rises. Hey, she rises.
Early in the morning.
Steve, are you even doing anything?
Yeah, he's storing his Zenith star in the middle. Oh, he's oh no, he was standing. Okay. But yeah, he's storing his Zenny in the middle. That's basically his contribution. Alright, how's your level?
I'm almost to 26 with...
Without is the only important number.
I know. I'm almost at 18.
So, those of you that have read about the Saren changes, how do you feel about them? And do you play Saren? Or would you think about playing Saren if you don't?
Mm-hmm. She's supposed to have some audio changes too, which is
Yeah,
very
she's gonna
interesting.
get a voice.
I want Nova to get a voice.
What kind of sexy voice you want Nova to have?
I feel like they'd make her really squeaky.
It had some squeaky voice effects to her.
I don't know, I feel like they'd make her like either squeaky or they'd give her like a really deep voice that would make me never want to use her again.
Yeah, that's where I'm kind of on the fence. I'm like, okay, they're gonna go with a sexy kind of voice with Saren, because I'm sure they know how people feel about Saren. And
Oh boy.
unspoken rule out there. Or are they gonna go with something that's just gonna be like, that's just gonna be annoying after a while? So that's the thing with new voices, they can always, because we all know that they add audio effects.
Mm-hmm.
So is it going to be something that's going to be, I guess you can say, pleasing to listen to in long runs, or
just annoying.
right? It's like Valkyr's not that bad, because if you're actually building for her 4 or her 2, then you're just going to hear her screams every once in a while.
Mm-hmm.
But with Saren, then again, with Saren's changes, it's not going to be too often. That's going to use something like Spore. And then it's a question of what's the voice going to be added to? All the abilities? One of the abilities? 2 of them?
Mm-hmm. They make it sound like she's gonna be like talking all the
Extraction is
time.
ready.
Yeah, by saying,
Unless you
adding
can
her a
handle more
voice
at
to
the
her,
end.
giving her a voice. I can see them adding it to... Are you done, or no?
No, I'm not done.
Okay. Oh, affected. Only got one of those. And I
Oh
got
wait,
a
yeah, I
Trinity
am
brain
done.
earlier.
It says 20 at the bottom, so
Okay.
I'm done.
Well, we can leave if you want, or we can stay and get some more. Because either way, we have to come back. Awesome.
Let's see, Saren's rework is most likely tied into Sanctuary mode. What makes you say that?
Well, the thing with Sanctuary mode is you're going into different zones, so then the spores aren't gonna... they're not gonna, like, transfer over, therefore you're gonna have to, like, restart the damage process again. At least that's the way I'm interpreting it. Interpreting? Whatever.
Interpreting it? Alright, I'm gonna add another V.
Yep. And then hopefully after that we have a good chunk to start messing with some mods.
Yeah. Hey, hey, up she rises.
Oh, rise. Mobilize.
Sanitize.
Only at... I'm not even gonna finish that sentence.
Okay.
It's best if I don't.
Okay.
It's one of those.
I'm sure you'll type it to me.
Yeah, if you insist. You're just gonna come in here later and he's gonna be so confused when he sees that.
Oh my god. Yeah, he will.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, you ready to go back?
Yeah, I want to change my energy color on my fire, but I don't know what to change it to.
I don't know. I don't know how long this actually is either.
Okay.
Um,
I'm gonna make it blue.
I don't know what to bring.
Ordis how
Oh, I'm taking this L1. You have an L1?
after all.
Let me see. L1. No.
Oh. I'm bringing it. It's Radiant. It's Loki Systems.
I have an S2, which is Loki Prime Blueprint. Axie S2.
Nuts.
Come on, Steve.
Take your shit or get out. She's kicking butt in Sanctuary. Awesome. It's nice to know she has, I guess you can say she has her place. I know some frames are like deviating out towards like, oh, these are the Eidolon frames. And I guess you can say these are the Sanctuary frames now. So it's nice that frames are getting a little more specialization, I guess you could say.
Should we just leave?
Yep. Alright, go into the thing and then I'll equip my L1. I'll lame one. Way up she rises. How would you guys feel about watching some Assassin's Creed?
Would you guys want to watch us play Assassin's Creed?
Well, I'd play whether I'm live or not.
Yeah, same.
I'm talking about, I'd start at the first one. I actually like Altair. Okay, I'll do it.
Sorry, I was looking at my stats.
Let's go. Time is it? Ooh, dinner time.
S 2. My friend streams it. It's a good game. Cool, cool. We've been playing Black Flag. Well, we played last night. I took a break from playing it for a long time.
Let me do something real quick.
Okay.
Our position has been compromised. Defend the cargo until reinforcements arrive.
If we can avoid learning, this might be easier.
Watch out. I'm detecting void fissures nearby. Do you have a matching relic?
What? You got that right on your phone?
Let me see.
A
Yeah, I
fissure.
did.
Send a
Defend
reply.
yourself and use reactant to open relics.
The hell?
What's up?
Did like my company get high over the weekend?
What'd they say?
Well, I've got 611 here. And on Monday,
They're dropping reactant.
they said thank you for using automatic top-ups. And then I got another one saying your base plan has been renewed for another 30 days. Oh, and then I get a message just a little bit ago from 5148, which would be them. And it says your base plan expired on May 7th.
What the hell?
Is it expired or is it renewed?
Don't forget reactant. You need more to open that relic.
And you got my message back, right?
I don't know, what was your message?
I said hello.
Yes, a minute ago. So it's like, is it expired or is it not? And do I have to call up and solve an issue that's going on?
That's weird. Let's see. 5 reactant.
That's it? Everyone's got more
Well, I
than you.
see one in the distance I've got to grab.
The warframe is strong.
I'd hope you see it. The map isn't that big.
So, are there any weapons in the game that you guys feel need more love, I guess? That they're not
Attention.
something that perform well?
The Occurred was one with Vamp, and now he sees it in a new light. In fact, he even went out to learn a little bit more about it.
Mm-hmm.
He got it domesticated.
Nine and 10.
Oh, 11 whole traces.
That's it. You opened the relic. Finish your mission and we'll take a look inside.
Yeah, but back on Assassin's Creed, we both have one on PC. And then on the PS4 we got the full XCO collection, so that's 2, Brotherhood and Revelations.
For the Tenno.
And then you've got Black Flag, Unity, and Syndicate.
Revelations.
I think it's Unity. Yeah, Revelations I mentioned. I said we. The only one that you're missing actually remastered onto PS4. But I think it's like $20. Assassin's Creed Rogue. That's the one.
Yeah.
So as of now, you can get just about all of the Assassin's Creed games on PS4. I am 14 right now without.
And I am 10. Have you played Assassin's Creed before, Johnny? I'm at the stage in my game where I look for the underdog, hide disposition weapons, and making them powerful.
Cool.
That's a good thing.
That's the thing, with new mods that come out, people don't go back and they won't revisit older weapons.
No, they don't.
When
They're
new
like,
mods that came out,
it sucked.
well, yeah, when the new mods that come out can be a huge game changer for them. And then just keep in note, be like, oh, well, I don't think this weapon's getting better, and it's still not performing all that great, or up to my standard, or whatever. Then just keep an eye out for new mods that come out, maybe revisit it once a year or something. Or have a day that you go back every year and revisit old weapons. So you can kind of get that progress view.
Some people just expect a weapon to kill something in one shot, and if it doesn't do that, then they get upset. The thing is, some weapons, yeah, and some weapons it requires, you know, those hits per second.
Right. Well, fuck me in the anal. I'll go with the troll.
I'll go with my Loki Prime blueprint.
Yeah, I just don't think the blueprint itself is gonna go for that much. I don't know, this one. I got 5 of them. What's in it? Oberon, Tyron, Helios, Paris, Galatine, and Fang. Okay.
Okay.
Akbolta, okay.
Keep another opportunity.
You bought Star Wars too?
What?
Well, I asked Johnny if he had played not Star Wars, goddammit. If he played Assassin's Creed, and he said no, but I followed the story with my friend as he streamed it. I just bought Star Wars too.
Yeah, that's on a computer. Star Wars 2. We're winning in like Battlefront 2? Or KOTOR 2?
Yeah, tell us more about it.
Or Jedi Academy 2?
There's lots of Star Wars games.
Putting form into your Zenistar right now, you just got it? Awesome. I know there's people that prefer the viral radiation for the Zenistar. For myself, I prefer the corrosive blast. For a few reasons, such as 1, it's going to strip armor and do more and more damage as the enemies are in it. And 2, the constant blast is going to act as that CC, so you don't have to sit there and, I guess you can say, like, babysit and focus on that group of enemies. So, for example, if you're in, like, a defense, you could drop the Zenistar at the pod and then worry about another location. Or if you know a bunch of enemies are coming from one point, and drop the Zeni there and just focus on keeping the pod clear, you know, whatever. And then by the time they can get to you, they're either going to be dead, have little or no armor, and or a good chunk of health taken out of them. So that's just my personal preference for using it there. If you're gonna use like a corrosive weapon, then like sure, viral can work because they're cut in half and you're stripping. Which a prime example of that, of those two working together, would be the Hema. If you can have that viral corrosive, which is a fantastic combo if you can get it.
Battlefront 2, Heroes and Villains plus TVM is my favorite mode.
Awesome. I've never played those Battlefront games.
Have you played KOTOR? Knights of the Old Republic?
Not the MMO.
Yeah.
That's Knights of the Republic. One word difference. Don't like that they did that, but... Oh, I'm more than done.
I'm at 15.
At 21. And my last reactant.
Knights of the Old Republic, that came out in, what, it was the early 2000s, right?
God, long ago. 2003, I think, was the original. And I think it was like a Game of the Year. If I'm not mistaken.
Really great games, Knights of the Old Republic.
And you can get it really cheap. Normal price is like $10 each. When they go on sale for as low as like $2 or $3 on Steam. And then like, there's places that have like Star Wars bundles, so you can pick them up for like even cheaper than that with a bunch of other Star Wars games.
The thing is, like, they're games from the early 2000s, so you're not going to get like graphics like amazing, like, you know, from the now times.
Right,
but the thing is, like, that really doesn't matter because you literally get so much content. It's a great game.
They're considered
I enjoyed
some of the best Star Wars games, if not the best ones. And it is a continuing story. But you don't really need to play the first one to play the second one. But
no, but it's nice.
Yeah, if you want to get like the full story of everything. And then there's of course mods for it, for like showing or unlocking some of the content out of it, which is interesting seeing some of that dialogue. The first game is also available on Android. I'm not sure about iOS, and it is actually possible to mod that as well. And it is the full game. It's actually not that big on Android.
No, it's not.
I think it's only like 600 megs, and that's pretty small considering it's a full game, nothing's been cut. And the controls, I'd say they work pretty well.
But yeah, you can pick it up really cheap when it goes on sale on Steam, and then other websites have it cheap,
Yep.
you know, for bundles and whatnot. I love my FPS. Warframe's a real exception to my library. You guys play Battlefield. No.
Vamp, we can't talk to you.
What's a Steam?
And no, I know Battlefield, Star Wars Battlefield is like extremely popular, even back on the old school. But it's never been a new thing. I've never been like huge on PvP games. I've always been more of a PvE kind of person. Every now and then I do some PvP type games, but for the majority I've always preferred my single player, I guess you can say. And when it comes to multiplayer, I've always preferred not just like co-op, but like co-op story mode kind of thing.
Yeah, I like co-op story.
Because you can
argue, you know, preferring.
Yeah, you can argue something like Call of Duty Zombies is co-op, but for me it's just kind of but doing like Call of Duty co-op story is something I'd find more enjoyable.
Yeah.
Even though they're both co-op. And
I like work through like a story in co-op.
Yeah.
It makes it more enjoyable for me.
I can leave. I'm sure you can too. The downside of like Call of Duty is the sad thing. The main campaigns can usually be completed in like 4 to 6.5 hours. Well, I've got all of this. I'm going to take the blueprint just because it's the newest thing here. Oh boy, now we have to decide what we're doing so we know where to put the next form, huh?
Mm-hmm.
To the testing! Hopefully we've got enough capacity to get a good idea.
I know.
So speaking of Vamp, what would you say is your final summary of your view on the Acrid now that you've got a build that works, you can use your Riven, and that you've learned a bit more about the weapon as opposed to what it was beforehand?
Steam is smoke that comes out of trains. What? Let's see. Serration, Prime Shred, Split Chamber, Malignant Force, High Voltage. I have 23 capacity right now.
Congratulations. Everybody does at this point.
Yeah.
Okay, I have enough to give myself an idea. Oh, no, I don't want to hit Forma. I wanted to hit mods. If you want to pull us into a relay.
Yeah, sure.
I'll just rank this up 1 point. Not that it makes any difference significantly, but...
I'm gonna go farm Cora. Good luck with the builds. I'm out. Take care,
right.
Johnny. Have yourself a good one.
Enjoy the Zenistar. Hopefully you get Cora.
Not my favorite weapon, but a weapon I don't dread getting anymore.
Hey!
I feel like I need to do something about it. Vamp's hate for Excalibur.
Oh, well, for that you have to make a godly non-chromatic blade build.
So, like, my blind build?
No, I said godly.
Wow!
Fast travel, Cephalon.
Do you want me to bring you into my relay?
For what? What's the difference?
Oh, yeah. Never mind.
You were gonna say the extra 5 levels, weren't you?
No, I wasn't. So, Vamp, how do you feel about Saren's changes?
Well, the upcoming changes.
4, 3, 2, 1, and here they come, the dinosaurs. Vamp, what did you feel about the subtitle?
I mean, I got like a 27,000 crit.
Whoa.
I don't know.
I know where to run.
Did you want to kill him or? I don't know.
Sorry, I looked at me. I didn't add anything.
Well, I don't know. Because you just kind of ran on in. Are you gonna kill him?
Yeah, he's dead now.
Okay. It's my turn to make a friend. Hop on up and you can test.
Let's see, 23. Affected clip. Da, 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 da.
Vamp give you
Change
an
me
answer.
as damage type from corrosive viral. I am instantly sold. Dang.
Yeah, I don't know how the miasma is gonna work, but I mean the viral is nice because then it's just an instant boom. There's a big area that's now been inflicted with viral. Plus, I'm sure it's still gonna have the damage taken away, which is just gonna make it for infested. It's just gonna be absolute killer. And then the spores changing to corrosive with damage that's gonna build up over time. And just constantly spread with that. So it's gonna have a scaling and unlimited
I'm putting
duration.
one more mod on.
Like I'm tired of running back and forth. Yeah, we know Vamp is all about that viral.
Dawn,
What?
come down here. I want you to see how awesome this is.
Your opinion?
Watch this
What?
gonna perform like shit.
What? I'm watching. What? What do you have on it?
I have Prime Shred and Heavy Caliber, with Vigilant something. The one that gives multi-shot.
Come with me.
Okay.
Now you come with me. I don't know. What do you have on there in total? Do you have how many empty slots do you have?
I have, I think, let me see. I have one left.
Okay, read me everything you have on it.
Okay. Serration, Prime Shred, Heavy Caliber, Split Chamber, Malignant Force, High Voltage, and Vigilant Armament.
Okay, send me a kick pic.
Okay. Can I get in there, please?
You can when I get out. Whoops. Sent you a pic.
Okay.
The dick hurt.
Did you though? Let's see.
And that's what I've got.
Okay.
What you got?
Let's see. Should I put what you have on?
No, you should take a pic of what you have and finally show it to
I
me.
did.
If you want, go for it. Because you have a pic that you can go back and reference.
Let's see. Serration. Serration. Split chamber. Prime shred. Vital. Malignant force. High voltage. And point strike. Alright.
Ed.
Yeah, this is definitely outputting more damage.
Okay. Well, I'll let you do it since, you know, you can have your own test. The question is, I'm just looking at what goes in that last slot. Heavy caliber could, but then that is going to take away some of its accuracy.
I don't know, I was thinking like heavy caliber would be nice.
But there's other things too. Like, what is it? Sharpened bullets? I think it is.
I'm looking at mods that do damage.
Well, the sharpened bullets will add a bunch of crit to it when you kill something for like 9 seconds.
Bladed rounds
Yeah,
on
bladed
kill.
rounds, that's it.
Plus 120% crit damage while aiming for 9 seconds.
And how much is vital?
Vital sense is 9.
9 what? 9%?
Oh. Sorry, I thought you meant how much capacity. 120% crit damage.
So it's like having another vital sense in.
Yeah.
And if you can keep killing them, that's going to be like a permanent boost.
Vigilant armaments would add more multi-shot and then give you that bonus to enhance crit hits.
Thing is, you have to think of a way to do this that you can try things.
Another V.
Okay, for putting what?
If we put in bladed rounds.
Bladed rounds is how much?
9 capacity.
Bladed rounds would work for a test.
On kill plus 120% crit damage while aiming for 9 seconds.
Yes, that would work as a test. Okay. So now what? We still have another V there, so what else can we test?
We could test Vigilant Fervor, which is plus 45% fire rate, 5% chance to enhance critical hits from primary weapons.
As a possibility, it becomes an even quicker firing.
I don't know how you feel about hunter munitions for this, but
I don't think it's enough crit.
okay.
So at least when I was looking at, I wasn't getting enough crit, so it is going to be a bit more RNG. And when it did proc, it wasn't doing a whole lot of what I would expect.
There's always speed trigger.
Which is the amount.
Let me scroll back.
That's the 90%, 45?
Speed trigger plus 60% fire
60.
rate for bows. There's got to be one that's more than that. Hold on.
No, there isn't. There's the Vigilant one. No, the Vigilant one was 45%. The Prime Shred is...
Shred is 30%, so yeah, that one's quicker.
Big Trigger is the best one.
Vile acceleration plus 90% fire rate, but then you lose damage.
Then you lose overall damage. So it's basically trying to make up your raw output with DPS. And that is a...
Let me look. Vial acceleration is a dash.
Uh-huh. So we have a V at this point. What can we put in there? Because we have 5 capacity left. You need to get to 9, right?
Heavy caliber is what I'm thinking.
Okay, you're gonna need 2 former just to try that.
Ooh.
It's 16, that's gonna take you to 8. When you cut it in half, we have 5 capacity left, which means we need 2 former to try it. To test heavy caliber. So you see the issue. We need to put 2 form in just to try one mod, which may or may not work as well,
Right.
which may or may not be a waste. Hey guys, this is the branding that goes on behind the scenes.
It is. You can go in there if you want.
There's nothing to really go in for. All we can really do is throw forma in and test.
Right.
So whether we're doing heavy caliber or something else, we're still going to need a V in there.
Alright.
Since everything is a V except for this last mystery slot, which may or may not be one.
There.
Upgrade. V for Victor. Alright, well, I guess I'll see you back on the ship.
Okay.
Wonder if the fish are still going.
Maybe.
Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. I don't even know. Oh, Rebecca's on.
Reb. I'm in the relay.
So, we're still on public, so we can just hop in.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I do have a booster going.
How much more?
6 hours.
Damn.
Not that it makes any difference. I'm not getting any MR XP out of it. There's just been this one weapon. Hey, look at your viewers. You got like an Assad, dude.
So, hey, Hezd, welcome to the stream. How are you?
You're like, I ain't even gonna try.
Yep.
Are you ready to go or what?
I'm on the relay.
Well,
so you're gonna have to start it.
Well, I mean, you could just use navigation in the relay, but... Hi, John. Oh, I guess the fissure must be over.
Rip.
Cool. MR11, dude. Oh, I didn't catch the last dude. Oh well.
We're mastery rank 21, but
Mastery rank doesn't mean anything.
Doesn't mean anything.
The enemy is at our doorstep. You must defend our equipment until reinforcements arrive.
Yeah, that's really about it.
Deteriorate over time.
This is how much shit I've unlocked. This is how much shit I can use, and this is how much shit I have used. That's about it.
It's pretty much, it's just, oh god, this person's like, I'm gonna die a lot. Mastery rank 8. using a new Oberon.
Oh god, I think they both feel that way about themselves.
Oh no.
Because he's like, story of my life.
Believe in yourself.
Believe it!
I was gonna say find your ninja way, but
Find your
in
ninja.
a game, but in a game that calls the like,
Yeah, I know.
in a game that says like ninja when it's not very ninja, it's
Yeah, not very historically accurate to what ninjas
I
were.
was just like, nah. Feels bad, man. I'm stuck at mastery rank 13 unlocked. All champions, almost all guns too, and I'm stuck at 13.
How are you stuck at 13?
You can practice your test.
Maybe it's the
If
test.
the test is what's giving you an issue.
Yeah, you
if
can
you
go
to
to
the relay.
Yep,
you
head
can
over
practice your
to.
test.
You have to head over to Cephalon Samaris, and then when you walk in the door, take a right, and then along that wall is all the mastery tests. You can do any that you have unlocked, and as well as practice the next one that you got to do. So if you're at 13, you can do any of the tests from 1 to 14.
And I'm gonna tell you now, there have been plenty of tests that I've gotten stuck on, and so it's, you know, there's nothing to.
There's only
feel
one
bad
that I've
about.
been stuck on.
Yeah.
Yep. And that was when I was a buffed up Ignis. It was the first one. For some reason on
Wait.
this one.
Nah, I can't master up. That's the problem. I got too many unlocked stuff.
Oh, you have to rank
I
the stuff up? You don't have to do everything to go up to the next mastery rank.
No. Don't rush through the game.
Yeah.
That's my best advice to you.
Yeah, if we wanted to just like completely rush through, we would have been 25 last year. Well, you would have been 25 last year. I would have been 25 well, actually, I don't think 25 came until last year, so it would have been last year. Technicalities.
Right.
Where am I going?
I got like 95% of the champs all maxed, same as guns. I want to know why they think they're gonna die a lot.
I don't know. But yeah, something that we enjoy doing here on the... I was gonna say channel, but then we're like... Our stuff is displayed over multiple channels and websites, so I'm not really sure what to say at that point. But we enjoy taking things that people think is quote-unquote bad, or things that they just can't get the hang of modding correctly or whatever. And showing them that it can be useful, or the proper way to use it, or, you know, whatever it may be. The latest request that we've had was from Vamp here in the chat for the Acrid. He wasn't liking it, and he requested us to come up with a build for him.
Yeah.
And now he regrets it less.
Warframe, thank you very much for the follow. You're awesome, stay awesome, and hearts and hugs to you. Thank you again. Hello.
Turkish.
You're Turkish. Cool. Good publications.
I don't think we've had Turkey.
Thank you. But welcome to the stream. I hope you enjoy your time here. I just used my dragon katana and fly around like a samurai.
Hey, everyone's gonna have their go-to weapons and preferences. So.
I do want to say, Joker and I do have a website that you can go and see builds and guides and things like that.
Yep.
The guides are geared more towards newer players, but if you want to take a look at them and maybe learn a couple of things, it's always good to look at them. You can go to jokerandskieswarframe.tk.
The builds are all ribbon free, so anything that's up there can always be enhanced further.
Reinforcements available. Do you choose
Oh,
to
yeah,
leave
14.
now
Film
or
was 15.
continue
All
fighting?
right.
Continue to defend. You will be rewarded for your bravery.
I've been loving 2 shotguns. You forgot how good these feel.
I was gonna mention the Corinth, but don't think I'm going to.
Yeah, the Corinth is my go-to if I have to use shotgun. It's got CC. It's got devastating power. Quit playing goddamn ping pong.
Ping pong, ping pong. Just thinking of that hallway you made in Minecraft. That was like,
Ping pong, ping pong.
you were like, come through this hallway, it's ping pong.
It was. We went through and it's like ping pong, ping pong.
I forgot what the girl champ is called. She got a big shield on her back and katana. Yo. I'm very lost. You're talking about a boss? Because the only boss that comes to my mind right now is Kayla de Thame, and I never really go and fight her.
I'm saying like shield on. I'm just thinking Tower Rigor. Because he uses the Akin Brunt, which is an axe and shield.
Mm-hmm.
Person you can buy.
The person you can buy. She has a shield on her back and katana.
Supersonic on Joe. Are you talking about, oh god, I'm derping on the name now.
Volt?
No. He, she, called Ladyboy, Nezha. There we go. You talking about Nezha? Because Nezha is a dude frame, classified as male. I know he's got that big old hula hoop thing that looks like an empty shield on his back.
Are you talking about this?
Yeah, a lot of people end up calling him a trap and a ladyboy and all that. I'm just like, he's just a dude that likes ribbons in his hair.
Yeah, this is a male frame.
Is she? Goddamn! Can we see it in chat? Is she good?
Hold on. I want to type something. I don't want to die.
Congrats, pointing at yourself. Look at me! I helped. I contributed.
Let's see. Yeah, Nesha's male. People were getting kicked and banned for calling Nesha a female or a trap.
Wait, really? Wow.
Some people actually really don't know.
That's kind of a shock. That has actually brought punishment down for that. I mean, the trap part, I guess I can understand, but calling him a female, I guess is a little
Unless
less
they're
so.
like outright being like, oh, Nesha's a girl, but like,
Yeah.
then like I can see
Right.
like, you know, how people could, you know,
Right.
rightfully get like kicked or whatever
Right.
from a chat.
But like I
But
said,
if they're like, oh, is Nesha a girl? Like, some people generally
Right.
don't know.
but yeah, but the thing is with that, it's that kind of stuff is usually automated. So it's just like, scan this word, auto ban, auto kick, whatever. Like the trap part, I can understand because that can like be really insulting
Yes.
for anyone. I guess you say in that kind of position. I don't know
Yeah.
how you really word it. without offending
Gray, I want
anyone.
to say welcome to the stream.
So
I
on,
did
on
Nesha
that
and
side, I
Katana
can
and
see it.
Speed Boost. He looked like a woman.
Yeah, he's got that. He's got a
Kicked and
very
banned from a
slender
Twitch
frame.
channel. I'm gonna assume it was from Region Chat.
Yeah, he's got a very slender frame.
But no, he's just a male who
Skinny
likes
dude that
ribbons.
likes ribbons in
That's
his hair.
awesome. I really actually want to use Nezha more. Because I think Nisha's a really cool looking crane. Mostly relay and region chat. I got you. Got you. I'm not sure if accounts were suspended. Well, I mean, if they went so far as to bully.
Are you done or not? Are you done or not?
No, I'm not.
Okay, well, I need. Well, you don't have to say it like 6 times. I have to keep saying it because you keep talking to the chat when this is something that has to be conversed now or conveyed now. Because every time we've been doing this, you've been done at 10, and then you went over that side, so I had to ask.
Well, because we were in the fissure and there were different enemies, so it went quicker.
Azure, there's different chats. You can actually turn the tabs on or off. You got region, recruiting, trade. I think those are the 3 main ones. I think there's a global chat as well. I don't know, I usually have most of my chats turned off. And yeah, Vamp, I'm the same way. I have region. I always have my region chat off. Well, usually. Sometimes I have it on and I just like sit and watch what people are saying. What am I doing? I keep going to use the Ignis when I should just do this, just to speed it up and you get to level up quicker. When do you think they started?
I don't know. Maybe within the month.
Next, if we have to go off nothing but MR, I'd say like between a week and a half to 2 weeks ago. But then we've had people low like that, like, oh no, I was playing years ago.
And then they
I
come
just
back,
stopped. It's like,
so it's hard to tell sometimes.
yeah.
Like that. I played in bits and pieces for a year or so, but started actually sinking time in like 3 months ago.
I'm kind of surprised then that they're at the MR that they are.
I'll be busy with like college or whatever.
You could just not have a lot of time, that is true.
It took me a while to accept the kind of game it is versus what I wanted it to be.
How did you want it to be? I mean, it's been upfront with it.
What did you want it to be? Like, it...
I mean, like, did you want it to be, like, Witcher 3 style, where you're just out and roaming around the world? Like, an MMORPG?
It's kind of hard, like, when you go into a game and you, like, expect it to be
Less
something
grind,
else.
horde,
Like, I don't know.
shooter. Something with more varied encounter design and stuff.
Well, they like it enough to say, so...
Well, I say it took them a while to accept it.
I don't know, I like the grind.
Well, when it comes, a lot of games that involve grind, it really comes down to, do they make the grind enjoyable? And then whether or not that grind is enjoyable for you as a player.
I think for somebody who doesn't have a lot of time, the grind is like twice the grind. Because it's like, for somebody like us who has a lot of time. That's the first time any of them has died, I think.
Yep.
For somebody who, like us, who has a lot of time, versus somebody who might, like, be in college and have a full-time job at the same time, or whatever the case
Doing college
may be.
and full-time, that's impressive. I mean, part-time in college, I can see.
I know. Like, if they go to, like, night school or something. I don't know. But if you, like, were doing that and working full-time and you have a family or whatever, like, I don't know. It's like twice the grind for you. Once you grind up the grind, you have nothing but stuff. Just like real life. I'm gonna tell you guys a story.
Uh-oh.
So Vamp, well, you know the story, and Vamp knows the story, but not a lot of you guys know the story. So, Vamp, a couple months ago, Mr. Vamp in the chat, was in need of a microphone. and I had an extra Razor Siren that I didn't know if it worked anymore. So I was like, Vamp, I'm gonna send it to your house. And he was like, okay. And it got to his house and it didn't work. So I was like, oh, like that's not good. And so I was like, Vamp, I'm gonna buy you one. And he was like, what? That
Well,
was
actually, you're like, you better be my friend.
Well, okay, yeah. I was like, you better be my friend for what I'm about to do. And Vamp was like, what? and I went on Amazon and I was like, I'm done.
I hope so.
I was like, Vamp, you better be my friend for what I'm about to do. I'm gonna get you a microphone. And he was like, this wasn't part of the agreement. And I was like,
I'm your friend, I'm your friend.
He was like, I am your friend. So I got him the microphone. And then he ended up giving his mom the broken microphone, and his mom is using the broken microphone as a paperweight.
Well, it's got some good weight to it, so.
I mean, at least he's getting use out of it, but oh. Where am I? I'm in the navigation room of the relay.
Okay, so you wanted to do... Okay, so we wanted to test what? What was it?
Vigilant armaments or something, I think.
Yeah, and there was something else as well.
Let me check.
We can start with vigilant armaments. Okay, so I'm gonna hit leave squad. And then I'll invite you, and are you still in the relay when you accept?
Accept. Let's see.
Are you still in the relay?
I am.
Alright, sweet. Take us into the thing. Simulacrum.
I gotta. You know what? I can fast travel.
Yeah, that's what I assumed you were gonna do.
I was trying to find my way there.
Why, you want to find out where navigation is? Little. Okay, do you have it on? Vigilant?
No.
Vital and point?
Alright, let's see. That's Vigilant Fervor.
That was one of the ones we were gonna try.
Okay, I'll put that on then.
Okay.
Vigilant Fervor, I have 9 capacity left.
What did you put on? You obviously didn't put your other stuff on first to begin with.
I have Serration, Split Chamber, Prime Shred, Vital Sense. Oh wait, hold on. Serration, Prime Shred, Split Chamber, Vital Sense, my 2 stat mods, Vigilant Fervor, and I have 9 capacity.
It was all in the picture. That's what I said. You didn't have all your stuff on first.
Point strike is the last mod.
Yes.
Okay.
That way you get more crit chance.
Okay. Oh, I have. Fuck.
What?
I forgot this is
No.
my simulacrum. I
My
have to do it.
simulacrum.
Oh wait, what?
Yeah, no, go.
I'm confused.
I know, I don't question the simulacrum anymore.
Is it because you and I always come here together that it's like you're the
Okay,
one
and that was Vigilant Fervor,
Vigilant Forever, yeah.
which is more speed, right? Stay down there.
Vigilant Fervor. Vigilant. %, fire rate, 5% chance to enhance
Okay, are
critical
you
hit.
coming? Up here. This is with armament. If you move your fat head.
Oh wow.
And I'll do a second one just so you know we have proper testing. You can go ahead and use that one. That enemy. Okay. And then
Yep.
I'll come down with armaments.
I feel like they're just about the same.
Yep. Now let's switch it up. Use armaments. I'll use fervor.
Okay. So this is Joker and Sky's dating spot in Warframe. So what, this is just like
Okay, I have
instead
my
of going
opinion.
out to eat, this is our date spot.
Yeah,
Our
yeah.
moment.
We get dinner and then we sit here.
Perfect.
Okay,
After
I've
this,
formulated
gonna
I
get-
formulated my opinion, so you can formulate yours now.
Okay.
Same thing, go for the head. I know he's a little wiggly.
I feel like I need to do that again.
Okay.
He was like way too wiggly for me.
Well, of course, because he's on fire, so he's gonna panic.
No, if you are on fire, you need to stay still.
Okay, it's my turn. I'm gonna come back down.
That was
I'm
actually
gonna come
really
back
good.
down. So how do you feel about the armaments and fervor?
It's really hard to make a decision. I feel like they both work really well.
Well, duh. But that's not an opinion. That's a I'm gonna avoid the question statement.
I feel like I want to put another forma in and try heavy caliber. That's
Well,
what I want to do.
We're not done with just these. Still other things we can test. If you move your ass, thingy.
Let me see that thong. Oh yeah, bladed rounds was one I was gonna try. Okay, I put that on.
Is it maxed out? Well, it should be maxed out when you look at it because that's what the mod is.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure. I'm just double checking. Yeah.
Okay. You're gonna kill the butcher first, and then go after the heavy unit.
Okay.
And make sure you're actually aiming. Go. Quick. You actually hitting him?
Yeah.
'Cause I feel like you weren't touching him on some of that, but... Okay, well...
I can do it again if you'd like.
Well, better... You should. Because more than one is the way to do it. For proper testing. Okay, I think I have my opinion.
Not sure how I feel about that one.
Okay, don't just stay down there.
Yeah.
Okay, now compare that one to this. Okay.
And what are you using?
This is fervor still.
I think fervor works better.
And once again, that's not even damage, that's just more speed. Is there anything else you think that fits in there?
Let's see.
Either how much room does that take?
Bladed rounds, it took 9.
Well, is there anything else that's only 9?
I was thinking about adding
What?
infected clip to
That's
add more.
That would be 11, but you could. So you have to get one that's not
shit.
fully ranked. Do you have one that's not fully ranked like that?
I have one that's 10. Hold on.
Get
Let
out,
me
get
search
out.
infected clip. I have one 11, 10, and then one that's not even ranked.
Well, then get out.
No, I don't think that it... Hold on, I'm looking.
You're
Vital
staring at all of
sense.
them. At all your infected
Prime
clips. You just
rounds.
told me you don't have it. So get out. So I can get in there.
I know, but I want to help. Stormbreaker, no. Hunter munitions. Yeah. Alright, here you
I
go.
mean, you can use your brain when you're not sitting in the arsenal. Upgrade. Let's see.
Oh, Vamp.
Infected.
Are you there?
9. Alright. Alright. Cool. Cool. Thank you. Alright. Come on down. We'll take a look with the 90% elemental. That's not exactly 90%, but should give you an idea.
Not bad.
90% elemental would. Hold on. Because, you know, we need proper testing. So I'm coming by it.
Wow.
Can't find his little head and this giant shoulder.
And that was with the 90? Or...
The elemental, yes, but it's not at 90% because it's only at 9 out of 11. The capacity.
I don't know.
I don't know, my opinion on the top. If you want to leave here and rank one up to 9 capacity, go for it. You don't have a Stormbringer that's a 9 either?
Let me see. No, I have an unranked Stormbringer.
Well, then you're gonna have to leave regardless to rank one up to 9 capacity. And then you can try it yourself.
Alright. Do you guys have Zaw recommendations for Exalted Blade Excal? Welcome to the stream, Mock.
Well,
when it comes
sword?
to the Zaw, we haven't really done much with it.
No, but a sword would be the go-to. I would go with the assumption because of Excal's passive allows you to do even more damage with a sword.
Yeah, so a sword. What was I doing?
You are ranking up Stormbringer or Infected
Status.
Clip. Stormbringer or Infected Clip. Up to 9 capacity. So you can try this yourself and formulate an opinion.
I'll do both.
No, you only need one. They're gonna give you the same performance.
Alright. Well, I did one. I'll join. I love how I was like, Vamp, are you there? And then I got a pop-up and it was like, he's alive.
So he is, he
guess
just
you're
can't
not
hear
there.
you. Go, 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 go. Oh, wait, you gotta go in the arsenal first.
Yeah, I was like, wait.
Go, go, Power Rangers. Beep boop, beep doop, beep boop. Alright, go in any order you want. Just go for the brains. Formulate your opinion.
Oh, wow.
I'll give you another one so you can get proper testing and not just a, oh, luck of the draw.
It's not bad.
Alright, and I'll give you a third one for the hat trick because why the hell not?
Third time's the charmed.
Yas!
And the mock has a question.
Alright,
Wow,
what's up?
that's actually really good.
Glad using swords, not his exalted blade. Well, his exalted blade would count as a weapon on its own as well. But with that, if it's going to take the exalted blade itself into consideration for the damage boost, then it may not matter unless it takes your melee weapon into consideration with it, because it does use your melee weapon's mods. So personally, if I was going to go for an exalted blade build, I'd want to use some kind of sword that's going to get that benefit from Excalibur, just to be sure that I'm getting the most out of it that I can. And then of course, if you're doing an exalted blade build, then you're probably going to want to get a hold of chromatic blade augment, and then keep in mind your energy color with the mods that you have to put on. So I think we're looking at Vigilant Fervor and 90% Elemental, which we have to put another forma in order to see that 90% Elemental. Right. Or you also wanted to try Heavy Caliber.
Right. So that's what we'll do.
Okay.
Crank up one more time.
And then
try
come back.
those three.
Yeah.
And then
we'll see if Fervor stands up to those two.
No problem, Mock. If you have any questions, you know.
Yep.
We're always here to help.
I do that just as a precaution, just in case it uses a bonus from the melee, not the chromatic, or not the exalted blade, or just in case it gives a bonus damage to both of them. Oh, right. Let's see, 9 left, and heavy caliber is 16. But what, like, yeah, that wouldn't even fit that way. Okay. So, I'm gonna put another V in here, because then we can use it for heavy caliber.
That's
to
what
cut
I was
that
gonna
down.
do.
And if we're not using that, then we can just put, like, the point strike in there, or the high voltage, or really anything, in order to do the max infected clip. And then that's 0 capacity right there. Okay.
And Mock, I don't know if you've taken a look at our website at all. But feel free to look there. We have builds and guides and things like that.
Yep.
Alright.
So just throw another V in there. Can go anywhere, doesn't matter. Alright, you good?
I am good.
Alright. And after the Ignis, it'll be time for food.
Yeah.
And at some point in Ignis video, log in. Endo, Endo, or Endo. Yas, queen. Endo. Excuse me?
What?
I say I was done.
I haven't
Alright.
gotten my login reward yet.
Well, that's because you're dumb. Hopefully we're on public.
I can show you the world.
I'm gonna say that we're not on public.
Our position has been compromised.
Uh-oh.
Defend the cargo until reinforcements arrive.
The Grineer
I don't know. How many squads did it say was here?
I don't know. Yeah, we're not on public.
Not likely. With how quick that loaded, I'm saying no.
Okay, abort. Shining, shimmering, splendid.
Splenda?
Yeah. I'm leaving the relay. I want my login reward. What do you think? I'm gonna get Endo?
No, something worse, like an Orkin cell.
I got a Centaur blueprint.
Alright,
Centaur.
let's go. Repchar!
Reptar, hear me rise. Part sword, part shield. The Centaur excels at charging headlong into enemy fire. Cool. I can open your eyes.
Oh, ew. It's Arcwing.
Yeah, I know.
That looks better.
Mike face 25.
We got a Volt and a Valkyr. And Volt's using the
Vol-
Tenora.
Volkir.
Volkihar Castle.
Mike face 25. What a great name.
Yeah, and Saras.
Yeah.
Our position has been compromised.
Grandma's Knickers.
Defend the
is
cargo
the name of
until
their weapon.
reinforcements arrive.
The Grineer have no honor.
Why would you name your weapon that? After your, like, grandma's pants.
Right. Pants.
That's what they are.
Right.
K and I. Hold on, my mom's calling.
For her knickers.
Alright, I'm back.
Welcome back, Knickerbottom.
Wow. Nickelback.
Knickerback.
We played Nickelback and Avril Lavigne at work.
Yeah. Well, I'd rather listen to Avril.
Wow. They play Complicated all the time.
Not surprising.
They play Complicated and then they play a sad song called When You're Gone.
Yeah, I know that
I'm
one.
stuck under the stairs.
Get your head out of there.
When you're gone.
I want everything back but you. I want that one.
You can't say I know that song? I don't think this Volt's doing anything. I stood in front of him and then he moved.
He's super speeding and he zaps everything at the beginning.
Oh.
And then I don't see him anymore. Watch him.
Okay.
There, boom. This is 4.
I don't see how that's benefiting.
Well, unless he has like a super big range.
Oh yeah,
He's
he
not.
does.
He's not covering everything. But even then, that's a little early in my opinion to use it, just because enemies are still just spawning in. So I'm guessing he's just kind of like standing there and using that, and just zapping and stunning enemies.
Oh, he's zapping.
Bzz, like a bug. He's a bee. Buzz buzz. He's a buzz buzz.
Reinforcements available. Do you choose to leave now or continue fighting?
Fine, always.
Keep fighting. Another opportunity to expand will appear soon.
I put a glyph on the vault. Let's see, I just hit 11.
I just hit 16.
You and your booster.
Now they're jealous.
Yeah.
I tried to burn Volt.
And how did that go?
He ran away.
Oh, I'd run too.
Oh yeah.
I could just see someone coming into the stream and be like, what are you guys doing? Why are you talking like that?
But they're good.
I don't remember when we started doing that.
I don't know. But I blame George.
Always blame George. I remember when I first streamed with you, and
I
we
wish
were
that
playing
penis.
Saints Row, and like, and I came, like, I went to go like right back or whatever, and I came back, and like you're humping me, and I remember like I felt so uncomfortable. I was like I didn't really know you, and you were like humping me.
Let's go on the offensive.
You're
And
the
I
one that
was
wanted to
just
stream,
like-
okay?
And I remember like I just like slowly became like tainted from that game. Like
Bullshit.
all the dirty jokes started
Bullshit.
happening. Like the
By
dildo.
tainted, you mean you're finally able to actually be yourself instead of being all tightly wound up.
Yes. Well, for like the longest time, I felt like, oh, like I can't like say any dirty jokes or swear or, you know, I just like I felt like I couldn't really be me.
Yeah, because of Mondays.
Yeah. That's why that quote, "just talk dirty to me," exists.
Let's find out.
Oh, if that's an alpha saber cat, my ass is gonna get fucked. I'm just gonna charge in because this is how Skies does things. You might be gay either way. Why is that a quote?
Because you said it.
Clearly.
Why you said you might be gay either way, I don't know. What's your level?
We fought with honor.
Level? Lavale?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, because, like, I heard you saying, like, level, 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 and I had replied to you, like, 3 times.
No,
so
you never said a word.
I was like, okay.
You just
I was
sat
like,
here
maybe I
quietly.
should disconnect and come back. So, what is everyone's least favorite weapon? Something that you're like, I wish this, you know, weapon, you know, was maybe thought about more, or you're just maybe not into using that kind of weapon in the game. For me, I really don't like two-handed swords. Like the Galatine. They're really slow.
Extraction is ready.
I
Unless
don't
you can
like
require the
weapons that
enemy.
take long to swing.
Continue to defend.
And obviously you
will
can
be
improve
rewarded
their
for your
speed
bravery.
with mods and whatnot. But for me, I'm just not into like the Galatine and whatnot. What do you not like?
Hammers, two-handed weapons, stabs, polearm stances, burst fire weapons.
Totally hate the Ignis.
The Daikyu.
The Daikyu is definitely not something that I enjoy, but if it
It's too
like,
RNG based at higher levels for me.
Working on the Daikyu was something that I was glad to work on because we were able to help somebody out. I have
And
least
someone that
favorite
loves it.
warframes and not weapons. Oh yeah, two-handed swords don't usually work out. What are your least favorite warframes? And tell me about it.
Why? What and why?
For me, I hated Loki for the longest time. And it was really because I didn't know how to utilize him. And I feel like that's really why a lot of people don't like things. Because they're like, well, I don't like Loki because I don't know how to
But they won't
use his
admit that.
abilities.
They have too much pride in themselves to admit that they don't know how to use them right.
There's a lot of warframes that I have that I need to figure out and learn about them more before I'm gonna
AKA
write them
get
off.
good.
I'd say a majority of them. I want to learn more about them before I'm like, dang, I don't like that. For me, I don't like Titania. I feel like I have a good grasp on like how she works.
Before Saren had a rework, I liked the idea of Saren more than I actually enjoyed playing Saren. But it wasn't until after her rework that I started learning about her and how she's to be played. And what worked better for her and what didn't.
I don't like Slow Nova, but I like Speed Nova, and I really like that you can have that option to be like, oh, well, I'm going to help the team by slowing things down,
Slow
or
Nova
I'm
does
going to,
have
like,
its uses,
root
though.
through this mission by making everything really fast, like, you know, just help get things done quicker. Like, I like having, you know, that option, because for me, I love Nova, but my one problem with her was, like, I didn't want things to be slow. Like, I wanted to, you know,
And then I
speed it up.
introduced you to negative strength.
And I was like, yeah. Octavia, seemed a bit out of the park, like they took Silly to another level. She's powerful, but I feel they go a bit too far with these themes. Also, Octavia introduced ass shaking. Oh boy. For us, Octavia is definitely one of those frames where
Octavia lovers get offended when I talk about Octavia. So I call her brain dead because you go make a sandwich, come back later.
It's just like, I don't like frames where it's like, okay, you hit like one button and then you get up and you walk away. And Octavia really introduces that, like, I don't want to say laziness, but it really,
well, I don't know about introducing
in a sense.
I mean, because well, the thing is, they say that they want to get away from the one button thing, the press 4 to win type thing, but then they give Excalibur like Exalted Blade. They make Octavia essentially the same thing. You just have to use more abilities to do it. And walk away, kind of thing.
I don't mind the dancing.
Dancing's cool because it comes with her own music. When she dances, at least. Creating your own music is cool.
I like that option to like create your own music and like, you know, the Manticord and whatever. But Octavia is like not a frame that I ever use. I think I like used her on like a few. I'll click on it in a second. I've used her on a few missions besides when I actually ranked her up, but yeah, but the music are like 20-second samples played on a loop.
Some of them can sound good, and well, a lot of times that's what music, all the music really is in a song. Although some do switch it up and have differences and solos and that, which one is like, oh, now what part of the song do I pick? What can I stand listening to? Over and over.
Some people just mute their stuff completely.
Yeah. That way they can have whatever spam or whatever song they want.
Sometimes I mute people completely.
Yeah, and you have that option to just completely mute all Octavias in your options.
Which that is like one of the best things they introduced in the game because
people just have spam songs. It's like it's like, who wants to listen to that for like an hour mission or something? It's like at least have an actual song.
It's like I don't want to hear somebody.
Well, now you can click on mine.
A bad song.
You can listen to my bad song.
You mean horrible music.
Please don't stop there. Please don't stop there. Bum, ba, da, 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 da.
You were in sync with the song.
There's a time-limited mission alert available. Check navigation.
Alright, let's head over to Orcus. See what's up with that. We can try out Heavy Caliber and the maxed out Elemental. Make some decisions. And then end stream, go get Boo.
Yeah. My parents are bringing home groceries, so I'm gonna be making food when they get home. They're not too far away, so it's perfect timing.
Ooh. Alright, which one did you want to try? The Elemental or the Heavy first?
I want to try Heavy Caliber first.
Right.
That's where I'm at.
Whoops, I gotta do that.
Which, your Heavy Caliber is max, so...
Yeah, well, I've got my 90% Elemental.
Let me go in here.
You can get your Heavy.
What should I equip? Heavy?
Yeah, because that's the only other thing we haven't tried. So Heavy goes in your slot, your format slot.
Yep. And then I have 11 capacity left.
Yeah, your point strike.
Oh yeah, point
or derp
strike. There.
I'm still testing. So don't touch.
Yeah, yeah.
And I'll come down for my third, which will be your second of watching. Wiggly. Yeah. That's a 90% elemental in there. And just let me go on down to the price is wrong. Alright, go for it.
Alright.
With your heavy. Alright, next.
Reloading.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely happy
Reload.
with how this is.
And go for your third. Alright, now let's switch up. I'll heavy, and you do that. You do a 90% elemental.
Okay.
And we can decide which of these two is best, and we can do it between that and fervor. And of course, my heavy is higher, so I'll have more damage into it, which you can see from mine.
Mm-hmm. See heavy caliber, remove that.
Put point strike in the format slot.
Okay, infected clip.
I'll be down there.
Yeah.
Alright, and I'll pull up my third one here.
Damn.
Hey, Mr. Wiggles. I do want to do one where I just shoot at the body instead of trying to go for the head.
Yeah. Since we're not always gonna be just going right for the head.
I'm just aiming like in the chest, abdomen area.
Mm-hmm. It's not bad.
And I still use less than half a thing. Okay, go for your heady head.
Okay, wiggly.
Make the wiggles.
Done. Done.
Reload and final.
Should I do a body shot?
No, go for the head. Keep it consistent. Where's the head? Mr. Wiggles. Oh,
There.
you must have went for the heavy gunner first. That explains it.
Mm-hmm.
And here you go. Here. Go ahead for body if you want. You completely stripped the armor off that gunner. Okay. So, which one do you feel performed better?
I feel like the extra elemental is actually performing better.
Okay. Well, you can keep that on if you want.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll grab Fervor, since that's the one we agreed was doing better. And
Yeah.
we can do a comparison between these two. Okay. Who's going first?
Me.
Okay.
Headshot?
Yeah. Okay. And then body.
Me?
Yeah, you.
Oh.
Body. And the other one? Okay. I want to try and make sure I get to about the same range as you. So I'll do head, and then I'll do body. At about the same distance, which is about 5 to 7 meters. About right here. Seven. And I'll do body. I mean, I think yours performs better in the body shots.
Mm-hmm. That's what I think too, but in the headshots, you're like, bam!
That or, well, it's that or I'm just stripping armor so much better.
This is hard.
Yeah, well, we kind of need to make a decision when it comes to the website.
I know.
Go ahead and go up there and put your Vigilant Fervor on. You can try them. And have yourself, give yourself a little first-hand experience on that. What do you guys in the viewers, you people?
You guys.
Yeah.
What do you guys feel is performing better? Vigilant.
Fervor.
Yeah.
We decided what's just a little better than Armaments. But Armaments is
So
still
are we
another good one.
completely taking heavy caliber off the table?
Well, if Heavy Caliber lost to the 90% Elemental, then yeah.
Okay.
Because we're kind of narrowing down the build. Between 90% Elemental and Fervor for the speed. Whenever you're ready, make sure you're at about the 5 to 7 range to keep it even. That's what you were shooting at. And are you doing heads or body?
Head.
Alright. Mark him, get the same distance. Okay, I'll do the same thing, then mark them, go for the bodies.
This is definitely
Mark
a
them,
good one.
go for body. And I'll... About 7 meters. Might have poked some head in there, but again, mark them, go for it.
That is a toughie.
For curiosity's sake, for those out there, we'll try another elemental. Well, I'm gonna try one. And the usual. About this distance. And I'm still gonna stick to my corrosive. Is gonna work way better in this situation. Look at this.
Mm-hmm.
I've got to reload. He's not dead.
I'm gonna put infected clip on really quick.
Are you gonna test 90% again?
Yeah. I want to do a body shot. And then I'm gonna do a headshot in this one.
Well, they're two different enemies, so it's not a fair comparison.
Oh.
Two different enemies, two different armors. Two different armors, two different health. I'll get you two more for headshots.
I think the 90% elemental.
That's what you want to go with?
I think so. I think the 90%. It's hard.
It is. And sometimes these are the choices that we gotta make.
Because I feel like the fervor is not doing so good on the body shots.
Well, the fervor
But
is about speed. Whereas the other one is just flat out adding more damage. And of course, you know, the closer you are, the better it's gonna be.
I see you dancing.
Mm-hmm.
Let me get out the fervor. I think fervor is gonna be what I pick. Can you spawn me some enemies?
Why do you think that? You were just saying the 90%.
Because it does so well in the headshots, but I don't know about the body shots. That one did okay.
We're standing like 14 meters away on this one.
Yeah, I know. I was trying to go from a farther distance. Yeah,
Okay,
it's fervor.
hold on,
Definitely
hold on.
fervor.
Hold your titties. I'm coming in. Let's go. 90% elemental, let's see. About here. What are you doing, head or body?
I was doing body.
Okay. This is body from here. 90% elemental.
Oh, they're so good. Why? They're both so good.
Might have to just put the build up with an empty slot and then just put a list of recommendations on the side.
I think so.
Our top 3 recommendations. You know, one more thing. One more thing. Alright, I'll come with me. if you want to leave.
Okay.
Let's see. Alright, well, here is good. These are body shots, by the way.
Mm-hmm. What'd you change?
Let me just grab headshots again. This is Vigilant Armaments, the multi-shot one that we said was very close with Fervor.
Oh.
Okay, for headshots about this distance. That was the 14 meter. I think Fervor, Armaments, and a 90% Elemental is going to be our top 3 picks
Our
here.
recommendations. They are all really great. Alright, I'm gonna write this down so I can easily put this up on the website later.
Vigilant
Fervor,
Armament, Vigilant Fervor, and then Infected Clip / Stormbringer. Since it's really up to them which of those they go with.
Mm-hmm. We bought how much for them? 5?
5. We don't need 5. What were they? How much does? Oh yeah, you only need 5 if it's the 90% elemental. Or if you go with Vigilant or the Armamental or the Fervor.
So that is gonna be the end of the stream.
Yes, it is. Leave Smolcrum. Orbiter. Yes.
I do want to say, if you are new to the stream and you enjoyed it, definitely hit the follow button. I stream every single day.